What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday, my people. Good to see you all. Before we jump into it, though, before we get these Saturday updates rolling, and we got a few updates, right? Before we get it rolling, y'all, do me a huge favor: smash that like, smash that share. If you're new here, don't even waste your time. Just smash that subscribe. If you already subscribed, you're still on the fence about joining, the Piscine Gang. Come on, man. Just jump off the fence. Let's do it. Just jump on in, make the commitment. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to miss out on being a part of this community. 100%. I'm telling you right now. All right, guys, let me see who I got in the room before we get started. Sam, that's what I'm talking about. I like that energy, Sam, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you, Sam. Miss Julie Delp, good to see you, Mom. Good to see you. Dakota Parker, hey, happy Saturday. I'll be listening while doing chores. Heck yeah. Miss Evelyn, good to see you. Rooster, my boy, happy Saturday. Good to see you. Miss Darcy, good to see you. Pat Gaines, good to see you. Heck yeah, y'all. Thank you for being here. Oh, Sweet Home Alabama, good to see you. Good to see you all. Right on. Man, you guys, true crime's getting nuts, y'all. It is getting crazy out here on these true crime streets. Damn, man. I mean, the drama is picking back up. We got some drama picking back up, so that's always good times, right? And then, every single case that most of us are following right now, something big's popping off in it. It's a little much. But let's start with some of that Robert Card. So we have a recent article drop on Mr. Robert Card. So the medical examiners have they gave us some information off the autopsy, and it's pretty interesting. At least I thought it was pretty interesting. That being said, let me go ahead and pull that up. And that'll be the first thing that we get into, guys. We're just going to go ahead and cover this Robert Card article, and then we're going to get into, let's see, we have some Delphi, we got some Idaho 4, and we got some Maya, right? We got all four of those. There's some stuff to talk about. So let me see what else I got in here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay, it looks like I'm caught up. But let me go ahead and pull this up. Get this article up for us, and I'm gonna get in this article. I found it pretty interesting. I figured y'all probably find it pretty interesting as well, if you haven't already heard about the information that's in this article. But it kind of, I found it interesting because it kind of lined up with some of the stuff that I was thinking about as the whole manhunt unfolded. I'd predicted, right, that when they found him, it'd be self-inflicted. I thought that he did it sooner than what they're saying, but we'll get into it. Oh, April P, thank you for joining up, man. Thank you for joining the Piscine Gang. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Right on. Thank you for joining up, becoming part of this this beautiful gang we got. And welcome to the Lagoon, man. Welcome to the Lagoon. Hindsight's good to see you. Right on, guys. Thank you guys for being here on this Saturday. I know Saturdays, weekends, you all are probably usually pretty busy doing other stuff, but you being here, I appreciate it. Let's see. All right, cool. Let me get into this, though. Go ahead and hit it up in chat, guys. Let me know what your thoughts were on this case. Did you all think, like I did, that they were going to find him unalive? I knew it was going to be self-inflicted, but I really did. I thought he did it like pretty shortly afterwards, but from what these autopsy reports are saying, not so much. He was probably hidden and alive for a while before he took himself out. But let's get into it. So, main gunman Robert Card was alive until 8 to 12 hours before his body was found. Autopsy. The main gunman who slaughtered 18 people inside a bar and bowling alley was alive and possibly on the run for most of the intense 2-day manhunt the medical examiner determined Friday. Robert Card, 40, died from a self-inflicted gunshot to the head, likely happened 8 to 12 hours before his body was discovered, according to Lindsay Chaston, office administrator of the medical examiner's office in Augusta. The killer suffered from a condition in which his heart emptied all blood after the gunshot wound, affecting the way the blood settled in his body, potentially making the time of death less certain, Chastain said. Man, that you would think that would take a while for that to pull like that, though. No medical professional. I know I got some medical professionals in here, so you guys can probably correct me on that. But I would just, I don't know, maybe I don't know, because I really felt like he took himself out quicker than what they're saying. But then again, like I said, I'm not a medical professional, so I mean, what do I know? What do I know? Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Definitely want to know what you guys are thinking about all this stuff. Hindsight says, husband's working, I'm cleaning. Hey, whatever. I mean, whatever y'all doing, as long as you got me playing in the background, I appreciate it. Sweet Home says, I knew he wouldn't be found alive. So you were with me, right? Sweet Home? I didn't think so either. I didn't think so either. Dakota Parker says, Saturdays are for cleaning, Sundays are for sports. Every day is YouTube for me, pretty much. I do everything in between YouTube. So Ursula says, hey everybody, I hope you're all having a good weekend. I was almost on time. You're pretty much on time, Darzilla. I consider this on time. And Darzilla, you still got to give me your birthday. I got to write your birthday down because that's one of the perks for the tier that you're at, ma'am. You get those birthday shout outs. And if you have any birthday shout outs you want to give for like kids, grandkids, anything like that, I'll do it as well. Because yeah, like I said, you in that VIP section. So gotta let me know. Darzilla. Let me see what else you guys saying. Bluetooth headphones. You got Bluetooth headphones in? That's what I'm talking about. That's usually what I'm using too, is Bluetooth headphones. All right, cool. Let me keep reading, y'all. His manner of death was ruled a suicide, but the full report won't be released for several more months. Imagine that, y'all. We never get it when we want it. The Army Reservist was found in an unlocked trailer in an overflow parking lot at the Maine Recycling Corporation at 7:45 p.m. October 27th. How long he had been inside the trailer before turning the gun on himself is still unclear, meaning he may have been on the loose for a significant amount of time as authorities frantically search for the mentally ill shooter. In my opinion, though, y'all, I don't think he was. I think he got to that location pretty quick, and I think he was hiding out in that container for a while before he decided that, to pull the trigger. But that's just my opinion, because I feel like if he was out running around, they would have saw him. You know what I mean? Like they were all over that area. So I feel like he was hiding there for a while. He must have been. If he really didn't die until the time frame they're giving, he had to have been in there just chilling. I just don't see him out and about. Like they had helicopters, dogs, people on foot, like so many people in the area. I felt like he was hiding in there the whole time. After running down 18 after gunning down 18 unsuspecting victims and wounding 13 others, Card fled in a vehicle that was later found abandoned on a waterfront in a nearby town, sparking concerns he had escaped via water. And like I said, I thought the dude was in a boat and gone, but he wasn't. Robert Carr was likely alive between 8 and 12 hours before his body was discovered. Law enforcement agencies came under scrutiny for not finding Card's body earlier under the assumption that he killed himself in the hours after the shooting. Well, dude, like, how are they going to give the police? Okay, so let's check it out. Even if he did it, he ran, and literally within an hour, he's in that container and unalives himself. How are we going to give the LE a hard time for not finding him faster? Dude, it's way easier to find somebody that's moving. He crawled into a container filled with crap, a container that was in an overflow parking spot that nobody even thought was attached to any of these other companies, right? He crawled into the perfect area and unalived himself and did not move. Dude, try to find somebody hiding in a secure location like that that's not moving. It's, especially when you don't even know the location exists. Like, come on, man. How are we going to give them a hard time? Let me see what else you guys are saying in chat. I'm seeing a lot of laughing in chat. Looks like y'all are having a good Saturday. I like that. I like it. Darzil says, you have a long time. It's October 21st. I missed it? Well, happy belated birthday. I wish I would have known that it was October 21st so I could have given you mad shout outs, Darzilla. I am so sorry. So that's cool because your birthday is right at my daughter's birthday. So that'll be super easy to remember. Super easy. Let's see. Miss Darcy said, I think when he realized what he was facing, he decided to do himself away, but he was still in that trailer for a while. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying too. Even if he was alive the whole time, right, up until 8 to 12 hours before they found him. I don't think he was moving. Like, I just don't think, because I mean, I feel like they just would have been easier to catch him, right? If you don't move and you're hidden that well, like, way harder to find you. Sam, you're back. Good to see you, Sam. I'm just glad that they didn't open it to look while he was alive. It could have been, yeah, no, most definitely would have been devastating, because the man was armed, very well armed, very, very well armed. Hindsight says, I also think he sat in there debating on taking himself. Couldn't have been easy. I don't think he snapped per se crazy. Yes, but planned, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Win, what's up, homie? Hey, that is a beautiful turtle. That is a beautiful turtle. I'm telling you right now, that turtle you just did, y'all, Win just did a beautiful turtle. If y'all don't know, she's got some skill with that epoxy. That turtle is beautiful, Win. I'm gonna have to like still that and put it, to where people can see it, or maybe I'll have you repost it on our Facebook page. I know you did that for the Turtle Gang, but that's a dope piece of art, and most of us is turtles, so mad respect on your art skills. Sweet Home says, I believe he did it where he knew he would be found. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because, yeah, I mean, you would think that they would go look through his past and see where he, might have worked, might have hung out. So, I mean, dude, he pretty much unalived himself at a place he used to work right next to water that he used to fish. That seems pretty, yeah. I mean, because I was thinking, like, if he really didn't want to be found, he could have just went out into the forest somewhere and did it. There's plenty of places he could have did it. Let's see. Oh, snap. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, sir. Stirring some stuff up in that Delphi chat over there, brother. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Tinsy. Good to see you, Tinsy. Good to see you. Yeah, Tinsy, when I was asking you about the casting stuff, casting calls, the agents you're working with, I didn't realize Stony Stone's in acting too. So he was hitting me up, giving me some advice and whatnot. I didn't realize I had some actors up in here, some other entertainers. When it says, I love it, it's huge. It does look big, but it looks dope. When that thing looks awesome. The cool thing about heavy art pieces is they're harder to distill. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Hindsight's. It's beautiful. He was right there under their noses. Yep, he was. But like I said, man, it was you ain't moving, it's harder to find you. You ain't done yet, Frank? You ain't done stirring it up in the Delphi? I'm gonna send you an email, Frank, actually, on the Delphi stuff. I have like some personal questions to ask. Not personal, but I just don't want to put it out here. I got some questions. I have a proposition for you, but I'll send you an email on it. Let's see. Wim says, you can show it, TPP. I sent you the pics on your messenger. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Let me see. Let's see. Pull up my messenger. I know you're on here somewhere. Oh, I guess I gotta switch to the other Facebook account. I guess that would work pretty good if I was to switch. There we go. Let me see. Man, I'm so not used to using Facebook on the computer. I'm usually just on the phone using it. Okay, there it is. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me pull this bad boy up. Okay. 1 second. I got it. Let me change this. Let me change this up to that. 1 second, you all. Here we go. All right, guys, check this thing out. Let me page back over. Can you all see it? All right, you guys can see it. Check it out. Look at that artwork, y'all. Was that it? Okay. Yeah. I thought there was more. Let's see. There we go. Check that out. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely dope. All right, let me come back over here. All right, cool. Stuff's dope, right, guys? She gets down. I'm telling you, that's not the only art I've seen of hers. She's really, really good, y'all. Really, really freaking talented. Angela K, good to see you. Driving and listening. Please be safe, Angela K. Let's see. I just do background, but I was in a project. Artemis coming out soon. Oh yeah, that's dope. I don't really care what I'm in, Tinsy. I just want to start. I'm at the bottom, right? You got to work your way into the situation, and I'm at the very bottom, so it is what it is. We'll see if it ever works out. I know. I still got my YouTube though. My YouTube's my primary, but if I could get some like any type of acting stuff, I'd be excited. Yeah, right, Miss Darcy. Absolutely beautiful art, and you are very much welcome in. I know, like I got a ton of artists on here too. Miss Darcy said, "TPP, how was Little Bit's first night? Did she have you up most of the night?" Actually, no, she was really good. She only, I think she woke my grandpa up. She woke my grandpa up around like 12:30 last night, just one time, and she's been chill. She's been good. Now she needs to learn how to actually hit the potty pad. Still, we're working on that. But outside of that, she's really chill. She likes to cuddle and she likes to fight. She likes to play with me and stuff already. So I'll have her. She'll be playing with me, and she likes to bite my beard and pull on my beard. Too cute, y'all. Too freaking cute. I know, man. I know. I didn't even want a dog, y'all. I didn't even want a dog. But like I said last night, it was all popping. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now all of a sudden, I'm gonna take care of and get attached to this dog. Wynn says, "I'm so keeping him." You better definitely keep him. Definitely keep him. I'd keep him. It's hard to get when you're okay as an artist. When you're happy with a piece of art you make, dude, it's hard to get rid of it because we're never happy with our art. Never happy with it. Dakota says, "That is so pretty. I've thought about trying epoxy, but it's terrifying." Well, get with Wynn. Wynn is very skilled in it. See, yeah, right there, Dakota. Get in touch with me and I'll teach you. See, I got awesome people here. Absolutely awesome people. Of course, she was good. Yeah, she wasn't bad at all, guys. I was waiting for the barking all night, and nope, she was good. Let's see. Angela K, that is why we vibe. I definitely am an animal lover, even when they get thrown at me. Yep, that's kind of what the situation is. Miss Darcy Good, the puppy pad. Well, I'm trying to train my old pup 14 to use it while I'm at work, and he wants no part of it. Yeah, he's like, "You ain't teaching this old dog new tricks. Ain't happening." Okay, let me see. Let me switch the format back up. Okay, let me get back into this article, y'all. So we can move on to the next the next intriguing updates that we have. Okay. Police had searched and cleared the recycling plant twice before the owner of the property alerted them to previously unknown overflow parking lot, where a car was ultimately found with 2 firearms at his side. Whitecard fled to the plant. His former employer and his motive for carrying out the massacre are still mysterious to cops. Well, I mean, I don't know about him being found where he was found. If that's very mysterious. I mean, a lot of people, when they up to something bad, they'll kind of go back to something that they knew. You know what I mean? In a running situation. Some of the friends I've had in my past, or even family members that have, been on the wrong side of the law, when they get in trouble like that and they're on the run, they go to somewhere familiar. I mean, that's what they do. They know the place. It's easier for them to be able to hide or traverse it because they know the area. So, I mean, it could have been as simple as that. You know what I mean? With him going there. At least that's, my opinion of it. Man, guy, I didn't tell you to start your article there. Calm down. Okay. The trailer car was found in was part of the recycling plant. Police had already cleared twice in search for the gunman. New York NYPJ officials are probing Cart's history of mental health issues, including deranged killer's claim he could hear voices in his head calling him a yo. Oh, I didn't. What? Y'all, I don't remember that piece of information coming out, though. Y'all remember that piece of information coming out? Because I don't remember that piece of information coming. I remember them saying he was hearing voices in his head, but he was having voices in his head calling him that name. I don't. Holy that's insane, y'all. I don't remember that part. Is anybody in chat? Anybody in chat right now? Do y'all remember that? Do you remember that information coming out during the manhunt? We knew that he was hearing voices. Did they never specified on what he was hearing though, right? Because if that's what he was hearing in his head, that's scary. That's scary. Very, very scary. Yeah, he knew it was a secure hiding spot. Let's see. You're right, hindsights. I never heard that either. You guys know I was on top of that manhunt just as just as much as most people were, and I never heard that. Could you imagine that if he was a schizophrenic person and he had voices telling him that he was that and he really wasn't that? Because I haven't heard any allegations about him being that word right there. So if you're a decent human being that is against that behavior, and all of a sudden you start hearing voices calling you that, that is not good, y'all. Because that word, that allegation, nothing with that was ever a part of this case up until us reading it right now. Dakota says, "Well, then maybe he did snap." I'm telling you all, I don't remember them talking about this. And if that's what he was hearing in his head, me as I watched my little brother go from fairly normal dude to what now he's like I've told you guys where he's at now because of schizophrenia, and he wasn't hearing those. He was hearing like the government is after me type of stuff, right? Uh, if he would have started hearing that in his head, he probably would have lost his shit even more so too, because he might he's schizophrenic, but definitely not that word. That's insane, y'all. Oh man, wow, this just got a little bit more intriguing because I thought we were just gonna be reading about the timeline, the death timeline. Yeah, it looks like most of you all didn't hear that either. This is Miss Darcy. This is the first time I've heard that. Yeah, guys, I'm tripping out right now. The letter to his son proves planned, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, definitely he knew he was going to be around, right? For one reason or another. But here's the thing, hindsight. Let's think about it this way. What if he wrote that knowing that maybe if somebody was going to come and get him because he was hearing that in his head, right? Like if you were hearing that in your head and that's like the worst, like that's the lowest form of life, you would think like you would probably start tripping out that people are going to come get you, right? I don't know, man. I ain't trying to get that far into his psychological, but damn, that is not a good word to be hearing in your head. Dakota Parker said, "No, that was not put out." That's what I'm saying. I'm tripping on this part, y'all. Let's see. I tried to fake grass one too low. He wouldn't bother with it. He lived until 18. And okay. Tenzi, what do you do for people that are having these problems before they get bad? It's like medication. They have to have like medical help. Like there is no figuring it out yourself. You have to seek aggressive medical help because that's how fast it could go sideways. Let's see. Tenzi said, I really need to know what you do. What do you do? Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I read that right, Tenzi. Okay, so let's see. Hey, he got fired from that recycling center a while back, right? From what I was understanding. But anyway, so that whole thing right there, where he was hearing that in his head, he was hearing that right there, the highlighted word right there. And if he wasn't that, and he was hearing that, and it was a schizophrenic break, explains a lot. Please stop with that. Okay. Card had been known to law enforcement for months as family members and others became increasingly worried about his mental state. Uh, was that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and play this. Actually, no, that's the night they caught him. So that's just old information. So that was new to me. All right. So I wanted to cover this because it was updates on the time frame that they're saying that he was still alive before they, found him. They're saying that he wasn't dead up until 8 to 12 hours before they found him, which I don't know. I don't know if that really even matters at this point. But that other part that we just read, that he was hearing voices in his head say that he was a child diddler. Damn, if you had a semi-normal life, you were a semi-normal dude up until that point, you start having a schizophrenic break. And like I said, it's just, that's my, assumption. And all of a sudden during the schizophrenic break, you start hearing that, like, damn, y'all, that's crazy, man. That's out there. That is out there. Um, you can't make them go to the doctor if they're a badge. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I'm reading your statements right, Cinzy. I'm not sure. But if you got it, something's triggering and you got to go. I understand that completely. But yeah, guys. So that's what I wanted to touch on with that one. Not a huge update, but man, that actually was like, I was just covering that article for the death time, not for that other thing that he was hearing in his head. That kind of caught me off guard. I'm gonna wonder about that one because I've already been deep off on the psychological thoughts and what he could have been going through. But damn, that was before realizing that he was hearing that. And then they never said what he was hearing. And there's no other allegations of him being involved in that type of behavior in his past that I've read about or I've been able to find. So damn, that's pretty crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, and then if you're talking about that behavior, Tinsy, it's just a triggering for me. That's like one of the things I hate about covering true crime is covering that type of stuff. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for me. Man. Okay, let's see what we're gonna get into next. Okay, so what I had next too is we have some updates in the Maya trial, guys. So the Maya trial, and I don't have no article pulled up. We don't have no video pulled up for it. This is just straight up off of researching it, and that's been one of the trials I've been on a little bit more consistently than other trials that are going on right now. That one, I guess you could say I'm kind of, I don't know, emotionally attached to that one. It's big. In my opinion, this Maya trial it's medically historically big. And especially after everything that came out this last week with basically Johns Hopkins witnesses, one main witness lying about how well and how up to standards Johns Hopkins was. And when he did that and he opened that door for those reports to come in, and I don't know if you all had a chance to look through the report I posted, or if you were here while I read the article, because that article that I had read about the families and the children that have died at the hands of Johns Hopkins Care, right? That article that we read together, like all the information in that article is literally in those documents that I posted, and I went through that stuff, and it's significant, guys. I don't know if how many people realize how significant this whole Johns Hopkins Maya trial is. Like, I think a lot of people are looking at it just as another trial, another sad story to follow, and another, victim to get behind. But it's so much more than that. Like that article I read you all about all the other victims. Maya's trial and Maya's fight isn't just for Maya. It's for every person that has not been treated straight to that place and has lost their lives because of that place. And to cap it off, that place is literally the gold standard. That is what everybody else puts their performance up to. That's the gold standard. And if you guys listen to me read that article, and if you went back and look at the documents, dude, does that sound like gold standard to you? Would you feel good about sending your child there? I know I wouldn't. I mean, I read to you all that article. They sent babies home with needles in their hearts. Like, what? Are you serious? And I was gonna pull up some of the hearing, right? But it's kind of technical. It's more drawn out. So the gist of it is the judge is pissed. The judge is super pissed. And Johns Hopkins, the only thing they've done since this has happened is they haven't got the paperwork that the judge is requesting in yet. And I know that I think they have till Monday or Tuesday, but they don't have the information. They don't have those documents in. And the only thing they managed to do was, instead of addressing the situation that is at hand now, where we all know what it is, we don't know what time of day it is now. Instead of dealing with that, they're going after one of the jurors. They wanted two of the jurors taken off. And it looks like they only have a good argument for one of them. And the decision hasn't been made yet. But the argument, damn, I don't like it, because it might work. And as juror number one, it's a male juror, and they don't like the fact that he seems to be asking questions that they don't want him to ask. And it seems like he might already be formulating opinions on this trial that they don't like. And because he's formulated questions in a certain way that makes it look like he's defying some of the judge's orders to, not take certain information in, it looks like they might have luck with getting rid of this juror. Now, that being said, at this point, I don't know if that's going to even matter at this point, because what they allowed to come in now, because of that one defense witness opening up the door, what they have allowed to come in now is, in my opinion, it's going to destroy Johns Hopkins. And now I know they could tie this up in court for another 5 years, all that stuff. But the cat's out the bag, y'all. The cat is out the bag. Like, those reports are making their rounds now. Like, that information is out, and more stories are coming forward. So regardless if Maya wins this trial or not, which I think she's going to, regardless if it gets tied up in appeals, which it probably will, I think that this is going to shake up the medical industry in a way that we need here in America. So, like, this is not just us backing this poor little girl, and us backing this poor little girl who's fighting not just for herself, but for all these other families that have been done extremely horrible by this organization. This literally could shift American medicine. You know what I mean? Like, this literally, we could be staring at medical history in America. And tell me, I know there's probably not even one of you in chat that can say that you haven't been affected by our medical industry. I see your guys' stories constantly when we talk about stuff like this. Everybody's been through something bad because of how bad our medical industry is. So to me, this trial is huge to me. This trial is a lot bigger than I think people are giving it credit for. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat while I'm over here rambling away. Hindsight says, well, got the house clean. Now my son is messing my kitchen, cooking us dinner. Love that boy. Hey, that's how it goes, right? Never ending story, right? The kitchen and the dishes. Let's see, Darcy. I hope the judge doesn't dismiss him. I'm with you, Miss Darcy. I'm with you. Number 1, 6, and 7 for sure. Them 3 jurors for sure know what's going on. They ain't dumb people. I agree with you. I agree with you, Miss Darcy. But I guess it's juror number 1 that is still might be on the chopping block, and I'm not happy about it. But I'm trying to hold on to hope that she's still gonna win. And then, like I said, even if not, appeals, this, that, the third, that the overall impact of this trial and what information's come out is going to end up changing things. I'm really hoping and praying for that, because we need it. Like, it's another one of our systems in America that's struggling, that needs reform. So yeah, I'm hoping we're staring at medical history. I really do, guys. But yeah, I guess until next week, though, it's not really a whole lot more to talk about in the Maya trial, really. Because until that judge gets that information that he's asking for, and like I said, let me reiterate, he is not happy about that, because he himself, as the defense attorneys are sitting there trying to downplay it to him as they're, in the motions hearings on Friday, they're trying to downplay it. And the whole time the judge is just, I can see the look on his face, and he's like, no, 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 this is significant. And he sits there and is explaining it to the defense attorneys, like how, like, basically, I'm not dumb. You're not talking to the jury right now. This is significant. This does change everything. So, like I said, guys, that judge is not happy. He is absolutely pissed off. Miss Dumpling, good to see you. Good to see you. Stony Stone, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Blade, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. And Bougie Redneck, good to see you all. Thank you all for jumping in here. Appreciate you being here on this beautiful Saturday. Hopefully everything's rolling smooth for y'all. Yeah, doing great over here. Doing great. But so yeah, man, I don't know. I wish that, I know this trial is getting a lot of, like, it's getting some mainstream attention, but I don't know. I just wish people were more into it and understood how important this trial is, like the significance behind this trial. It's going to be one of those ones where people don't understand the significance until we're a couple of years away from it, and then look back and they're like, um, and they're making documentaries about it, or they're teaching it in the schools, the medical schools, because I feel like this is going to have such an impact on the medical industry that this will probably be taught in medical schools. At least I'm hoping, guys. At least I'm hoping. Who is calling me on a Saturday? I'm tripping right now. Tripping, call me on a Saturday. Let's see. No, bro, leave me alone. Don't call again. If it's important, leave me a message or send me a text or something. Okay. But yeah, guys, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts, man? Any of you got some, like, I don't know, some deep thoughts on this Maya trial? Or am I the only one? Well, I know there's a couple other medical professionals in here that are just as into it as me. I think that y'all understand the importance of this. But yeah, I just wish this one had more energy behind it. I wish I had, like, some more focus behind it. I wish people were actually speaking on it, not just of like, oh, is she gonna win or is she gonna lose, or she shouldn't have been out at Halloween, or this or that. Like, nah, we're talking about more than just Maya at this point. Like, this is bigger than her now. I think it's always been bigger than her, but I don't know. I don't think people are really getting it. Bougie says, listening while getting out Christmas. Oh, you decorating for Christmas? There you go. There you go. Christmas time. Christmas time. Yep. This time of year is always crazy for me because of where I work. Oh man, hey, Angela K. Thank you very much, Angela K. For the Angela K. I think you're the first. You're the first donation for the month of November, Angela K. Yes, you're the first donation for the month of November, Angela K. Much love. I appreciate that so much. Just cause. Thank you, Angela K. You rock. I appreciate it. Man, what was I gonna say? I was about to say something that totally distracted me. What's up, man? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. We just kicking it, talking about updates, nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Just going through them. Just going through some updates, chit chatting, seeing my people on a Saturday. Because, if I don't see you guys, I start having withdrawals. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. April P. We need reform so badly in the medical field. I'm hoping it comes from this case so bad. So, April P., you agree with me, right? I know I'm not a medical professional, but just because I'm not a medical professional don't mean I can't be passionate about it, right? I just wish more people were passionate about this trial and understood the ramifications behind this trial. It is huge. It is a big one. April P., you, Criminal Med, all my ladies that are in this chat that are nurses or in the medical field in any realm. I feel like most of you guys have spoken about it with some passion when we talk about it, but I really don't think a lot of the content creators understand exactly how important it is. A lot of them are covering it like we cover everything else, find out who's involved, find the facts, the layout, what would happen, this and that. But this one is so much bigger. It really is. I love Christmas. I love the holidays too, guys. It's really crazy. It's for the last 21 years of my life, it's been insane because of my job. Looks like I'm caught up on the chat. But yeah, guys, so I don't know. That's my ramblings though for the Maya trial. Is I'm really hoping this juror doesn't get kicked, but probably going to happen. But that being said, I don't think Johns Hopkins is going to have the paperwork they need. I don't think they're going to come forward with the information, and if they do, it's just they're screwed. In my opinion. But like I said, win or lose, I really do hope that this shakes the industry up and changes some stuff, reforms some stuff. And even if she wins and it gets tied up, in court for another 5 years, I'm hoping that everything is come out at this point, especially those documents making their rounds. And I did my part up at those documents. I did a document drop. I never do document drops, and I dropped that doc because I wanted more people to know about it, read it, or at least go inquire about it. But hopefully with all that stuff being out in the open now, that we do see some change. And like I said, I was really happy to see that the judge actually had seemed to understand what those documents were implying, that during the takeover of all children's by Johns Hopkins and the changes they made to who was running it was what caused all the problems. Because that right there that's the reason Maya got treated the way she did, because those people that got put in charge when Johns Hopkins took over all children's, they're the reason that the whole environment, the whole culture changed. And those documents show that. They show that, 100% show that. And it's not just in the Heart Center, it's across the board at the whole entire facility. So they're screwed, y'all. In my opinion, I know I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a medical professional. I just stayed at a Holiday Inn once, but yeah, man, it is. I think they're screwed. I really do. I really think they're screwed. At least I hope they are. Dakota Parker says, I'm not in the medical field, but I have a lot of experience on the parent of a sick kid side. It's awful when they don't listen. I agree with you. And it was like beyond not listening. These people didn't just listen, to Maya's family. They went a step above. Their narcissism and their hubris, like, allowed their mindset to be in that mindset of like, they're right. You know what I mean? I don't know. It really pisses me off that I feel like some of these people should have done time over this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy that a person can medically kidnap your child based off of their position at a job. I don't know. It's crazy, because that's essentially what happened, y'all. I understand that there was things were flagged in systems and this and that, but there was a time frame in which that family should have been able to leave that place, and they weren't, and they were threatened. And I don't know, man. It's all a damn mess. It really is. Darcy says, these days we need to be our own and our children's advocates. Doctors don't listen anymore. Yep, that's true. It's now, I'm not saying there's not good doctors out there still, or good teachers, but those fields have changed from people that wanted to help sick people, or teach people. Those fields have changed, and now they don't have people in there that want to help sick people or teach people. Those jobs have all been taken over by people that you want the most money. They want money. They want money. They want a prestigious position. They want all that stuff, but they don't want to do the things that the old school doctors did, and that was actually care for people. Rooster, what's up, brother? Stony, we here listening, and my lady's over here cleaning up the bedroom closet, our studio, and I'm freaking, it's full of electronics. Yeah. When you get into the game, when you get into making content, or Stoney's into every aspect of it, music, all of it. I'm sure you got a gang of stuff, Stony. Yes, people need to be in jail over Maya's case. I'm right there with you, dude. The fact that some of these ladies aren't going to be locked up, are not going to see jail time over this stuff, is just, it blows my mind, man. It blows my mind, because in any other setting, if you were to do what they did to people, like, I don't know, man. It's insane. It's insane. Miss Darcy said, they are very few and far between now, right? Good doctors, I mean, any type of doctor, and I like to bring in the teachers too, because those are two critical points in our society, two critical positions in our society that are supposed to be held by people with passion for that job, and they're no longer held by people with passion for the job. They're held by people that have passion for that money. And granted, I understand we got to have money, right, to survive and live. I get that. But the people that are in these positions, I shouldn't say teachers so much. There's some professors, yes, but like doctors in general, like they get paid pretty damn good, pretty damn good for what they do. And I feel for what they get paid, you don't see an equivalent care for what they get paid, in my opinion, most of the time. Yep, education and healthcare, the two most critical places in our society where we need stand up, good character people that are passionate about those positions, and we just don't have them anymore. Miss Sassy 7, good to see you. Good to see you. Just sent you something. See if you got it. Let me see, Miss Sassy. Let me see. Miss Sassy, thank you, Miss Sassy, for that donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, well, looks like I got two of y'all. Y'all do the first two for the donations this month. I appreciate you so much, and y'all know that to get down, you guys will be going and you'll be going on the donation wall for next month, and you're going in the book. You're going in the book. Dang, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And every time that happens, man, it literally takes me off my. Well, I don't even remember what I was saying. Darcy says teachers are overworked and underpaid. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Teachers, yes. Professors, on the other hand, they tend to be making that money, and they got the worst ones in those positions, in my opinion. But your standard teachers across the board, yes, I agree with that, are overworked and underpaid, definitely. Rooster, I'm with you though, bro. I'm with you on that one for sure. At this point, because of where our society is, I think that right there, if you have the ability to homeschool, I'm a homeschool advocate for sure, because they ain't gonna teach your kids how to do all the other stuff they need to learn how to do to actually function in life. Stony Stone says Sally Smith, in fact, she needs prison for 50 plus years. Her and Beatty both need it. I'm right there with you, Stony. I agree with you. Darcy said, at least here in Canada, they are. No, I think across the board, the teachers, just not professors, but teachers across the board, I think are underpaid and overworked. I'll agree with that. Underfunded. When teachers are constantly asking for parents to have to send them freaking school supplies, so that their kids can go to school, it's like, what the hell? Where's all the other money going? The taxes and this and that, whatnots. School board, all the high people get paid high salaries on school boards. That's probably where it's going, right? Miss Sassy, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Sassy. You're too sweet for that. You're too sweet. Okay, Stoney, you was homeschooling. That's what's up, brother. I should have figured. Rooster Cake, it's better. Schools nowadays have too many problems. That's Rooster putting it lightly right there. That's Rooster putting it lightly. That's like that's a whole live in itself we could get into with that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and what are we at? We're about 50 minutes in, so we got two more topics to get into. Like I said, we're just gonna get into the new updates. I don't really want to sit here and rehash all the old stuff, because in at least the Delphi case, I'm gonna keep caught up on updates, but I'm done speculating at this point on the Delphi case, y'all. Until we get some stuff figured out in the higher courts and some stuff gets straightened out, I can't speculate anymore. Like I literally can't even speculate on this case. It's pretty infuriating, to be honest with you all. Let's see, what do we got here, right? We got the judge is being taken to a high court, right? She's got to go. She tried to get the attorney general to represent her, right? She couldn't get the attorney general to represent her, which makes everybody think that the attorney generals think she screwed up, which isn't the case. Attorney general is not going to represent her because that's not going to work out too well. That's a conflict of interest. So say the attorney general, they represent Gull, and they it goes her way, right? Well, then if it goes her way later on, they're going to accuse, it'll just work in Richard Allen's favor if he gets convicted guilty, because then he'll be able to appeal, right? And claim that the attorney generals at the higher courts represented Goal, and that was a conflict of interest. So there's no way the higher courts attorney general was going to actually pick her case up. So that's forced her into getting a different attorney to represent her, right? So they had to push that back because that new attorney needs time to be able to represent her. So I think it's getting pushed from the 9th to the 21st. I believe it's the 21st. So it's like until the 21st, we aren't going to really know exactly 100% what's happening behind the scenes with the court and the defense and the prosecution, because the higher courts are about to decide on whether Judge Gold made the proper decisions based on the things that she knows that we don't know. So yeah, man, I can't even speculate on the proceedings. I can't even speculate on any of it at this point, because we really don't know, right? We really don't know. And then the other thing that's going on in the Delphi situation is, and we got one of the gentlemen that's connected to it in chat right now, is we have the leak, right? We have the leak, the defense's leak. And we have one of the gentlemen in chat right now who has outed who he believes the leak is. Now, that person I've watched as well, and he is refuting all that. So that's pretty crazy. I'm not going to get into their stuff. I see you, Art. I see you guys. I see you, my boy. Because I want to hear. I'll be honest with you, and I know Frank's in here. So Art of Deduction. I would love to have you and the other gentleman. I would love to have you guys on the show. I would love to actually have you guys both on the show on a neutral. My platform's neutral, right? So I feel like y'all should come up on my show. He's doing another episode today explaining it. I know, but that's the thing is, like, you explain it on your channel and he's explaining it on his channel. You explain it to your people, he explains it to his people. But if y'all come to a neutral platform like my show and I moderate your guys' discussion, I feel like it'd be a good way for you guys to both get it out there and for people to see you guys actually have the face-to-face. And I would love to moderate that. I would be down to do that on this channel. I don't know how to get a hold of him to see if he'd be down with it. Oh, hell to okay. So you don't want to do that? All right. I respect it, yo. I respect it. It's cool. But yeah, so it was like, because that's what's going on right now is like, you drop yours, Frank, and then he's coming out saying his piece, and those are the two big things that are going on right now. It's like we have the stuff with the judge in the higher courts, and then we have the leak. And if everything that Frank, Art of Deduction, is thinking and believes, if that's all truth, damn, bro, that is not good. Because if that's true, then the courts legitimately have a good reason for dogging us YouTubers out, if that's true. So, yeah, man. Yeah, so it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No, I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do. Frank, I'm not saying you do. What I'm saying is I have to be like Switzerland, basically. And that's I believe both of you genuinely believe what you're saying. I've watched both of you. I've listened to both of you. I've seen the background information, and you both genuinely seem to be telling what you believe to be true. So that's why I was like, man, well, would they be willing to come up on a neutral platform and let me moderate a discussion between them two? But if you guys don't want to, that's fine. Everybody can go check your guys' stuff out and decide for themselves. But I just figured I'd throw that out there. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, so that's what's going on with Delphi. We have the craziness in the upper courts. We got to figure out what the courts are going to decide with the judge. Based on their decisions, that'll really tell us what's going on and who was full of crap and who wasn't, right? Because if the higher courts say that she acted within reason, then that would mean that her call to get rid of those defense attorneys is on point. And that would mean that she is seeing more information through the investigation on those leaks, and her decision to get rid of those defense attorneys and not allow them to, proceed in any level in this trial, we'll get the yes or no. But we gotta wait. It's gonna drive me crazy. So yeah, guys, that's what we got going on. We have serious allegations and accusations out there that are, if they're true, are not good. They're not a good look for any of us YouTubers, because if that's true, then there was money exchanged, and it's bad, y'all. It's really bad. So, and then if that's all true too, and that comes out that the courts through the investigation on these leaks find that YouTubers were involved with this in any way of actually monetarily acquiring these leaks, like it wasn't just a leak, but YouTubers paid to get it. Holy crap, guys. If that comes out and that's true, you think we have it hard right now trying to cover trials and cases? Dude, the media is going to unload on us if this is true. So, I don't know. That's what we got going on at Delphi, but let's go ahead. I got a Court TV pulled up, a little rundown on some of the stuff that's been going on. It'll explain some of these delayed situations. Pretty much the same stuff I've been talking about, but let's go ahead and get into it. Give me some ones to chat if you can hear it. And yeah. And Art, Frank, Mr. Frank, hopefully you don't take any disrespect by that, me offering that, neutral platform for you guys to have your debate and moderate it and everything. So that was just me wanting to give two people who a lot of people know both of y'all. A lot of people, both your guys' sides, it seemed very passionate. I just figured to give you guys a neutral spot to go to where the chat room won't be filled with chaos. But like I said, it's out there. It's always out there. Yeah, anytime y'all want to. So, but let's go ahead and listen to this little news article, and then we're gonna get into our last topic for the live stream, and that'll be Idaho 4 and the new updates that's going on with that. But like I said, y'all, give me some ones in chat if y'all can hear it. I'd appreciate it.
Welcome back, and we have some big breaking news.
Let me slow that down a little bit. She on that fast mode that I'll be listening to, and I'm trying to get through a lot of information.
News coming out of Delphi, Indiana. Of course, we're talking about the case against defendant Richard Allen, accused of the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. We just hit the 1-year anniversary of the date of his charging announcement. And today, his new lawyers were going before the judge, but not without some big...
hindsight, I see the one. Miss Dumblin, I see the one. Thank you. Sassy says, I'm listening while cooking. There you go, talking about food again, Miss Sassy. Gonna make me hungry.
Drama. I want to bring in the guy in the know about all of this, Court TV's crime and justice correspondent, Matt Johnson. What in the world is going on here?
Another bombshell. And we talked about this on opening statements today, that the attorneys that were removed or withdrew from the case and then said that they wanted to stay on, well, now they were denied the ability to still represent.
And let me interject something on that, too. Let me interject something on the whole denial thing, right? When you are pulled off a trial because there's investigations that your office leaked information, that pretty much makes you ineligible to proceed in the trial at any level, whether it's you're being paid by the state to do so or you want to do a pro bono. You being dismissed by the judge that way, that isn't, you don't get the option to come back pro bono. You literally have screwed the investigation up, or the trial up, to where they're having to do investigations on you for leaking information. That's pretty easy to understand why they weren't allowed to come back pro bono. And a lot of people are having a hard time understanding. They're like, well, if Richard Allen wants them to represent him, they should be able to do it. And I'm like, cool story if they wouldn't have did what they did. If they wouldn't have did what they did, easy, no problem. But if they did what they did and these investigations come back and yeah, they're found that they definitely were incompetent and they did all this stuff wrong, then I mean, how are you as a judge, how are you supposed to let them come back and do that? But like I said, we'll get those answers after, the higher courts deal with the judge and decide whether she did stuff in line or out of line. But anyways, let's proceed.
Present him pro bono. This is the arrival of the suspect accused of killing Libby German and Abby Williams back in February of 2017, making his way into Carroll County Courthouse today. Remember, we didn't even get a chance to see him a week and a half ago.
And another thing too, I heard a lot of people, they're like very upset, like, oh, he's been in there this whole time, he's been in lockup and this and that. And I'm like, dude, like Melly's been in lockup for like 5 years. Like, this ain't nothing. Like, there's other people been locked up a whole lot longer that didn't possibly, allegedly unalive little girls. So, you know, there's always that too. And then, like, it was funny too, because when they first found Richard Allen and they were talking about putting him in the prison and not the, you know, county jail for his safety, because in county jail, especially local county jail, they're going to want to unalive him. Everybody was for it at the beginning. So for me, like watching everybody backtrack and like, oh my God, it's rights and this and that. And like, what? How did the energy change? It's baffling. It's baffling. And then another thing too is like, for the people that think that he should have bail until his hearing, would you allow him to watch your kids? Just a question. Would you allow him to take a hike with your kids? You know, a sunny hike on the weekend? I'm just wondering. Let's see what else you guys are saying in chat. Everyone is cooking. What are y'all cooking? Damn, y'all cooking. I'm hungry now. Yo, Criminal Med, good to see you. Good to see you. You already missed me do the Maya rant, Criminal Med. I was like waiting for you to chime in during my Maya rant on how critical this trial is and how I believe it's medical history playing out in the court at the moment. At least I'm hoping it's medical history playing out in court. Where's Bees? I do not know. Miss Julie Delk might know. I do not know at the moment. Oh my Lord. Petite scallops with asparagus risotto. Oh, damn. Y'all getting fancy. Sweet Home Alabama. I cooked a ham, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, pinto beans, and cornbread. Oh, that sounds oaky as hell, Sweet Home Alabama, and I'm all about that. I'm all about it. But anyways, so let's go ahead and continue with this article. Let's hear what they got to say.
There was that emergency hearing after the leak of documents and those crime scene photos. That led to the judge holding that hearing and saying that she wanted them to appear before her, and then they withdrew.
Right.
Well, now the new attorneys have also filed for a motion to move the trial date from January, and they will now have the set trial date in October. But going
next
back
year.
next year.
Wow. Dude, like I said, dude, Melly's been locked up for freaking 5 years. Come on, man. Come on. Yes, the unalivings took place years ago, but we just got Allen locked up. So come on, man. He ain't been locked up that long compared to a lot of other people that have did crimes, I believe, that are less heinous than what he possibly has done. But that's just my opinion. I don't feel like the man's rights are being messed with at all. And I still believe that he put on the charade, the weight loss, all that stuff. All of a sudden now he's getting his weight back for some crazy reason. Like, I don't know, man. Anyways.
This is a part of the document that was filed today for the pro bono. Yeah. This is filed by Andrew Baldwin, and it was also filed by Brad Rosie. And
the original attorneys.
The original attorneys.
To rep him pro bono, free of charge.
Free of charge.
Wow.
Free of charge. Wow. But they disqualified themselves by acting like idiots when they were first representing him. I don't understand how that's so hard to understand for people. I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense.
And Allen himself asked for this to happen. So in part it reads, Andrew Baldwin, also Rosie, enters his appearance as Mr. Allen's privately contracted lawyer. Attorney Baldwin acknowledges his prior representation of Mr. Allen, his contracted public defender, and reaffirms that he, Attorney Baldwin, did not and has not voluntarily withdrawn from Mr. Allen's case in the said capacity. The filing of this appearance is intended to convert Attorney Baldwin's status in Mr. Allen's public defender to Mr. Allen's private counsel, wherein Attorney Baldwin will move forward with...
You know what? I'm going to drop a poll. Let me drop a poll real quick. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Let me see. Let me see. How do I want to word this? Okay. And granted, you can answer this. And I know we're not going to know the answer to it all, right? But I just want to see where you guys' mindsets are. Whether you think that, just answer the poll. Just answer the poll. I'm just interested to see what you guys say. Miss Darcy says, we don't have good seafood here. I had the best scallops when I went to Myrtle Beach last year. Ooh, scallops are bomb. I love me some scallops. Yeah. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going.
Said representation on a pro bono basis in the event that he is not reinstated as Mr. Allen's public defender.
Whoa.
This denied by the judge today.
What?
Yes.
Okay, wait. So two major things.
Wait, let me switch something up real quick. Let me switch something up. Wait up, guys. I gotta show you guys something real quick. Let me see.
I'm on my second paragraph.
Okay. Are you tired of her? Is it my turn?
So I just got her. Yeah.
You just got her? Okay. She wanted to come say hi, y'all. Little bit. Figure give you guys some puppy cuteness. There you go. Some cute puppiness right there. Look at that. So cute. Smash the like for the puppy, y'all. Stop calling me, weirdos. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, come here. Come here, mama. Come here. All right, let's see what they saying. Dang, I should have put a 50-50. My bad, guys. I'm new with the polls, y'all. I'm new with the polls. I know. I need to hire somebody just to help me over here. You hear that little bit? You need to get good with the polls, girl. You can do my polls for me. Let's see if I can do this left-handed. Let's see. Let me see. They think you're precious. They think he's cute a little bit. I think they're right. Let's see. Yep. They think you're cute a little bit. You're a celebrity now. Yeah, she likes to usually hide her face in my beard. Yeah, she is a lover, criminal med. She either wants to snuggle with you or fight with you. She already grabs my beard and starts tugging on it. She's a freaking cutie. Come here, mama. Come here. What are you thinking, huh? What do you think about this YouTube thing, huh? You get down with this, huh? You gonna be a celebrity? You want to be a celebrity? Huh? You show mascot? Tell him what's up. You bark? Do a little something? She's too cute, y'all. She got her first vet appointment Monday, and then I think we're gonna get her a little trimmed up, a little cleaned up, so you can see her little eyeballs a little bit better. Get her little feet cleaned up and stuff. Everybody that's got Shih Tzus, I'm sure you guys know about like the hair and the tears and all this stuff. You gotta keep it clean. They're cute dogs, but they do take a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of upkeep, a little extra upkeep. But they're super cute, super chill. Come here, mama. Come here. That's some of that. Right, just chill right there. Chill right there, girl. All right. Or do you want to stand up? You want to stand up? Here, move the keyboard. All right. Let's see. No, dude, she is so spoiled. She wants to be held. She doesn't want to just chill in your lap. She literally wants to be held already. All right. Okay, let's keep it going, guys.
Have happened here. So the original attorney.
Oh, I got the dog. I'm showing him the dog.
Oh. No wonder I didn't hear her yet.
Yeah, guys. She's like so spoiled. Like you try to put her in a little kennel area, like 2 minutes she's barking already. She's like, "Nah, let me out. I'm trying to hang out. We're trying to do the thing." But let's keep going with this article, y'all. Let me pull that back up. Let me change the format. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's keep going on this. Oh, there she is. What's up, Bees? What's up, Bees? Did you name that puppy? My grandpa named her. Her name's Little Bit. And she a little bit spoiled already. Huh, mama? Yeah, she likes to hide in the beard. Let's see. Miss Darcy says, "High maintenance. I have 3 left. I had 4, but mama, I'm sorry you lost one of your babies." High maintenance though, dude. She is so spoiled already, guys. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how a dog can be spoiled in less than 24 hours like this. She's like, "What are you doing to me?" I know, right? I told her she's gonna have to get used to this. She have to get used to the exploitation, the YouTube exploitation. What, mama? What? You want to bite the little mic, huh? She likes to chew on everything. So she either is looking at my beard or she's looking at the mic. She's like, "Dude, can I chew on that? I need a toy." All right, cool. Yeah, everybody was wondering where you were at, Bees. We was missing you, Bees. Okay, let's continue with this video.
Attorneys who the judge said withdrew came in today on the date where the new attorneys were coming in to pick the new trial date, and they said, "We're going to be really clever here and file pro bono appearances so that we're repping him for free." And then the judge says, "Oh no, I'm denying those 2 appearances for you original attorneys who have withdrawn."
She denied their request, according to Scripps News Indiana, citing gross negligence for her reasoning.
Wow. And that was what they wrote in their motions, pertaining to the withdrawal. Within the flurry of motions, she was saying, strike from the record. They were saying essentially she was going to admonish them and say they were grossly negligent in representing Richard Allen when the leak happened, or they could withdraw privately and maintain their dignity, right?
Exactly. And then now they have said, we never wanted to withdraw from representation to begin with, and they were filing motions saying that they want the Supreme Court in Indiana to intervene and remove the judge, and they want to stay on the case.
Right. And so that's...
Man, so how often do you see a judge be removed because lawyers want them removed after the lawyers were taken off the case because the lawyers leaked sensitive information that was pictures of little girls, unalived little girls? Like, how come people keep downplaying this information leak, dude? They leaked pictures of little girls that were unalived, nude. Like, that's unexcusable, dude. I'm so over this. All right, guys, this whole Delphi thing is really it's getting to me a little bit. It's getting to me just a little bit. I wasn't meaning you, little bit. I meant the case. The case was getting to me. She's like, "You talking about me? You talking about me?" Let's see.
It's going nowhere because the judge is still saying off the case. So the judge is being consistent, saying you're off the case. Did not allow cameras in today when she did before, Matt Johnson. So we couldn't see what happened here. But we had wondered when you and I talked this morning on opening statements.
Criminal said, what did you say on Maya? Monday morning will be wild. That's pretty much what I was saying. Criminal Med is essentially that I was talking about the juror and them wanting to remove juror number 1 and why they want to remove him and all that. And I talked about I don't think Johns Hopkins is going to have the information in on time. And if they do have it in on time, the ramifications of what that information holds, they're screwed, in my opinion. And then I started like ranting about how this is a historic medical event that we're watching unfold in the courtroom. Yeah, that's what I was talking about on the Maya stuff. If you want to come up, you could. If you want to come up and add to it, I'll drop the link. Criminal Med or any of my medical people want to add to the Maya stuff. because I'm really passionate about it. And I feel like you medical professionals are passionate about it, and I love to hear what you guys have to say. You guys are the ones that work within the confines of this system. So I know a lot of you know how important this trial is and the possible ramifications of it all. So if any of my medical professionals want to get up and give their opinion, speak on it, I'd love to allow that. I have that platform for y'all. Is that your little girl? Here, you want to take her in? Let her go chill? Okay. All right, guys. Little bits out, y'all. Tell them bye-bye, mama. See you guys later. All right. Thank you, sissy. All right. All right. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, criminal med. And like I said, if any of my medical people wanna come up, I'll drop the link. What else do you guys say? Look at him over there making out with the dog. Man, I'm an animal person, man. Getting cuddles. I'll take cuddles, man. I'll take the cuddles any day. And she likes to bite on my beard. Shit's so cute, y'all. It's too cute. I'm an animal person. What can I say, y'all? What can I say? Hindsights. If he wanted them after the leak, he should have them. No reason for pills turnovers, in my opinion. Wait up. If he wanted them after the leak, I'm confused on that statement. Hindsights. Who wanted them after the leak? Because it's defense is the one that wants all the information out, but they're also the ones that leak information as well. So that's the issue there. A little bit will take all the cuddles, man. She'll take all the cuddles. Criminal Med said thank you. No problem, Criminal Med. Yeah, I did. I rambled quite a bit about the Maya stuff because I feel really passionate about it, even though I'm not a medical professional, just somebody that's been through a lot of medical stuff, had family gone through a lot of medical stuff, and I don't like the way our system's set up. And my kid's mom works within the medical system. My kid's mom, she's a licensed sonographer. So I've gotten feedback from her, and then I've dated some nurses and stuff, and yeah, I've gotten a real good idea of how things work and how screwed up a lot of places are. So super passionate about this Maya trial. I can act like an animal if that hurts. You're too much, Bees. You're too much. Nanny423. Hey y'all, I'm late. Better late than never. Better late than never. Good to see you, Nanny. Good to see you. Glad you're here. But yeah, so let's see. If Alan wants to keep his lawyers, he should be able to. Well, that's the thing, hindsights. If those lawyers broke the law and that's why they were removed from the trial, then he can't have them, legally can't have them if they broke the law. That you can't break the law and keep your job, regardless if you want to do your job for free or not. You're no longer to do that job if you broke the law. And that's what the judge is saying, basically, in a kind way, is that they messed up pretty bad and gave them the corporate out. Basically, what she did in the chambers was, you messed up. We have full investigations on your mess up. You're going to be proven that you messed up. So I'm going to give you a chance to quit quietly, respectfully, without losing your reputation, or that you could do what they're doing now, and they chose to not go quietly. So basically what it comes down to is that those higher courts rule that she's in the right and they were in the wrong, they're going to have zero reputation left. So it's those lawyers are either right, they figured some stuff out, and they're gambling their entire reputations with it based on the fact that they believe he's innocent, or they're trying to save face. It's one of the two. Oh, you're eating scallops? That's why y'all gotta talk to me like that. So they gave the pics. I thought they were taken by someone else from them. Well, that's the thing. Hindsight's it's taken from their company, right? Their law firm. When you're a lawyer and you are given evidence like that, and especially if it's on a gag order, it's up to you to have that evidence under lock and key. It becomes your responsibility, right? Your legal responsibility. So when you don't legally or you don't responsibly hold that evidence in a place that only the people should be seeing that evidence, that's on them. So it's basically like if y'all owned a company, right, and you had an employee frauding your company and like ripping people off, it would still be your ass, not just the employee. So that's essentially what it is they can't be like, well, it's not our fault, it was so and so that worked for us. Well, it's up to you to make sure everything's secure and your company's being run professionally, especially when you're a freaking attorney and you're defending people for murder. Like there's really no excuse, and they've had multiple leaks. So it sounded like nothing sounded good, to be honest with you. None of this sounds good, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm tired of making speculations on it. I'm just putting the information out, and the possibilities. So it's like, if she's not right, she's completely, I mean, if she's not in the wrong, she's completely right for what she did, then those attorneys are in trouble. And if she screwed up, we're going to know because the upper courts are going to definitely let us know. She's going to be in trouble, a lot of trouble. But like I said, I don't know. I really don't know how it's going, especially with the attorney general. They denied representing her, which shows that the attorney general knows that they can't represent her because it'll be conflict of interest if they represent her and the judgment goes her way. Then it'll affect Alan's outcome of his trial, because even if he's found guilty, then he'll be able to appeal it because the upper courts allow the attorney general to represent her. And like I said, that's conflict of interest. So the upper court's attorney general is forcing her to get her own representation, and he's high in representation too. So I think it's going to end up going her way. I don't think that this is going to go Alan's way. I just don't think. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But outside of that, I don't really want to speculate any farther than that because we just don't know. And that's hard for me. I love to speculate. B says, I got to go. Love each and every one of you. Much love, Bees. You have a good day. Thank you for dropping in. Do you think Gold should be excused? That depends, Criminal Med. That depends. If she has information that is showing that they are responsible, that their firms are responsible for that leak, I don't think that she should be removed. She's making a smart call as a judge. Because look, if she lets them proceed to represent him with those leaks, like knowing that they straight up didn't do their job, right? That they broke all the rules, especially the gag orders. If they let them proceed with defending him, and he still loses, that will be extra grounds for him to come back with it. Like it opens up the door to so much bullshit, you guys. I promise. And that's so frustrating because I watch a lot of people cover this trial, this whole situation, and they're like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people don't understand how the freaking whole legal thing works. Criminal Med, you're not yet done yet, roast up. Come on over. Y'all are too funny. Investigation and venue. Okay, my bad. I think she should be. I think they need a whole new investigation and venue. Yeah. And now here's the thing too. If the courts find that she's not in the right and that she did things wrong and this and that, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think right out the gate, I already told Criminal Med, I was like, look, at this point, like, let's just throw everybody out. Let's just throw them all out. Let's just start over. I mean, he's going to be in jail for another year regardless. Let's just start all over. Let's start over afresh from each side, I guess. At this point, like, I don't know. But that's just frustrating. That's just frustration speaking. I know we got to go through the hoops. We got to jump through the hoops, and we got to figure out exactly who was telling the truth and who wasn't, because the upper courts are going to let us know. They're going to let us know exactly what's what. But then again, too, right? So the upper courts go through the process and they find her not, guilty of doing anything wrong, and her rulings hold, and this new team comes in. Dude, there's still going to be speculations and rumors and this and that. People are still going to speculate that it's conspiracy and cover up. And I don't know. I don't think we'll get away from it regardless of what happens. Unfortunately, it's YouTube. So speculations and rumors and the rabbit holes get you more views than, keeping it 100 and just going over facts. So yeah. Criminal Man says, I feel they should take the whole thing to another state. That would be pretty extreme. I don't know if that they could legally do that though. But I feel you though. That's frustration speaking, right? That's what I think too. Yeah, like I said, guys, I would just out of frustration, I would just love to see everybody just replaced and let's, in a year, let's have this trial. Let's get it going. But I know realistically they can't do that legally. They got to go through this whole process that they're going through. So, and then that's another thing too. Like, say we get through this process and we find out that for real, the defense is the reason for the leaks. Well, we know they are the reason for the leaks, but we're going to get, like, I guess, more information on the actual, like, the details to it, right? But I don't know, man, guys, it's so frustrating. I don't know. I want to speculate, but I can't. My brain keeps wanting to go to it, and I got to make myself not do it. We are going to lose Judge Newman too. I know, Criminal Med. I was going to add that to this live. Actually, I was going to add the Murdoch stuff to the live as well. I mean, we could add it too. We could speculate. We could talk on it. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have him there. Did you cover Harmony's case? I don't remember covering her case. I don't know, Dakota. I got to go back and look. I don't know if you guys realize it, but I have 600 videos. I think, or 599. We're at 599 videos on this channel. I've covered a lot. I know I've talked about her case. I just don't remember if I've talked about it on my channel or if I've talked about it with other people on somebody else's live. Dakota Parker, I'll be honest with you, I cannot remember. If I haven't covered it specifically and you would like me to cover it, I could cover it. If that's a request, I can definitely do that. Check my messages. New case just broke. Let me check. Check. Oh yeah, I saw that one. I saw that case, Miss Julie Doe. I'm still looking into that one to see if that one will be worth covering. But yeah, I definitely saw that one. It is an interesting one. But yeah, Dakota. I can't recall if I've covered it on my own or if I've just talked about it in other live streams. But if you would like me to cover that, I'd definitely do it. Well, I get it. I was just wondering because it pisses me off so bad. Harmony looks like my girl, so it gets to me bad. I feel that. That's how I feel about a lot of these cases. I have 3 daughters, so there's a good chance that, when we're covering this stuff, it comes close to falling within a range of one of my daughters, and I tend to get it. I tend to do that same thing. It just, I get personally connected to it in a way for some reason, and it's hard. It just popped up on your phone. Yeah, that one. I saw earlier because I live on YouTube, Mom. So I see everything. It's ridiculous, honestly. I do live on YouTube. I try to tell y'all. I'll be around, and sometimes you won't even know because I'm living on YouTube so much. But all right, let me jump back over to this. Let's finish this out, and then I want to get over to the Brian Koberger stuff because, like I said, there's not a whole lot to speculate on at this point. Dakota Parker, the picture I posted on Facebook the other day is the one that looks the most like her. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that, Miss Dakota Parker. Dakota, that vinyl, the vinyl company that you sent me a request to join, is that yours? Is that your vinyl company? I was wondering. Because I always like to know what, the people that I know, if they have a small business, if they do something like that, I always like to know about it so I can support them. You know what I mean? Promote it if anybody's looking for that type of, work done. So if that's your company, I'd definitely like to know. But let's proceed. Was
it going to be all 4 attorneys
Which it was.
battling? Right.
And the new attorneys, Robert Schremen and William.
That lady knows nothing about the legal process. The way that she's acting in this, I don't know, man. That's so weird. How are you going to get people to cover the news that don't know anything about the stuff they're covering? It's strange to me. It's very, very strange. Very strange. Dakota says, yes, that's mine. I'm just starting out, but I'm learning fast. Well, that's awesome, Dakota. I'm going to keep that in mind. Because, yeah, I really need to start. I need to get some merch, y'all. A lot of you guys have been asking me about it. A lot of people behind the scenes have been giving me a hard time. Like, why haven't you got merch out? Like, it doesn't make sense. Especially if people know that I have some artistic talent. They're like, dude, why aren't you like making merch, bro? You have like no reason not to. And the main reason is one, I don't know how I want to go about it. You know what I mean? I'm like one of those people like to do everything their own, but realistically, I don't have time to make my own merch and sell my own merch. So if I can find people that are doing it, that when I'm ready to like purchase, bulk stuff, definitely want to know who's making what for sure. But I need to get into that. I definitely need to get that going. That way I could just like, give out merch for presents and stuff. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Let's keep going.
Brado.
Yes.
They are in Allen County. This judge is in Allen County. Remember, she was appointed to the case after a judge in Carroll County, which is the Delphi area,
Yes.
withdrew.
Yes.
So she was appointed. And that's the reason why for that emergency motion and that hearing a week and a half ago that we were in her courthouse.
This is something else. Matt, this really helps to get the lay of the land. So she's familiar with those 2 new attorneys that she appointed. And so the ones who were previously court appointed offering to still work for free and represent Richard Allen, and he wants them, the judge is saying no.
So the big question.
Dakota says, that's why I told you to message me the other day. I can't do everything, but I can figure something out. You know what? All right, Dakota, let's see if we can get something worked out. We'll see if we can get something figured out. Especially since we're both starting, right? We're both starting out. So that'd be pretty dope. See if we can't grow it together. See if we can't figure something out. You could help me with, and then I'll indirectly help you grow. So yeah, I'll send you a message.
Question now is, now that we have a trial date for next October, once again, a year from now, and the trial dates fall within Halloween. We have Halloween, which is just weird in the case by itself, because remember that that announcement.
All right, so that wasn't a whole lot more information. That was more or less just listening to people that don't really know a whole lot about the legal realm, I guess, talk. Well, one of them did. That lady didn't seem to really know anything about law, the way she was reacting to certain things. Okay, let's queue up the next one we're going to get into. Let me drop that. Okay. So let me catch back up in chat. Dakota, I'll message you and get some info later, and we'll get some ideas going. Heck yeah, that sounds cool. I'm down with that. All right, guys. So before we get started on Idaho 4, we covered Maya. We covered, Robert Card and the information we got from, I'm still kind of tripping on part of that information. That's kind of weird. The death part, the time frame, that's not so much weird to me, but like what he was hearing in his head, strange. Then we covered Delphi. So if there's anything y'all got to say about Robert Card, Delphi, or Maya, if y'all want to come up and speak on one of those before we get into this Idaho 4 thing, speak now or forever hold your peace. Forever hold your pieces. All right. Let me see what y'all are saying on that poll. Okay, so 9 votes on that poll. Do you think judge made the right call getting rid of the defense? 50%, 56% said yes, 44% said no. Okay. And like I said, I should put a third option. I gotta start putting third options on that for all my undecideds. I guess I gotta put undecided because y'all get mad if I put 50-50. So yeah. All right. And then, all right. All right, let's get into this one then. So, how many of y'all are like keeping up with this Idaho 4 stuff? Like, and I'm not talking about the rumors, conspiracy, but the actual stuff, the proceedings that are going on. You know what I mean? We got a lot. There's a lot. One, sounds like we are going to get cameras. And like I said, the judge really wants to control it quite a bit. So it still sounded like we're getting cameras, but more than likely it will probably be on a delay. And I'm just hoping that happens, that holds, because it seems like the last couple hearings that we've been in, the cameras are still focusing on Kohberger a lot. And that's kind of what he doesn't want, the judge. He doesn't really want that per se. And it seems like they're still doing that in the hearings. So I don't know. I'm not feeling really good about that aspect of it. It's like I'm hopeful that it stays. The delay sucks, but man, I'm really hoping people don't piss this judge off, because he seemed like the type that it ain't gonna take much, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh, that's it. They're out. I'm done with it. I'm done with it." And then the other information too coming out is the DNA. And a lot of people have taken that DNA for information, have created some pretty interesting stories with it. But as of this last hearing, I feel like a lot of that was debunked and demystified. A lot of people are saying that there was 2 sources and this and that. And reality is that there was 2 samples of the same source sent to 2 different labs. So that kind of got explained. And then the timeline of why we haven't got a lot of this stuff has been explained too. And it doesn't actually come down to, the local law enforcement or the investigators or prosecution. It's literally the FBI holding things up because of the processes they have to go through. But anyways, we're going to get into it. This video will kind of break into it and explain some stuff. And yeah, give me them ones in chat if y'all can hear it.
I'm going to set a deadline for all the information to be provided to the court by December 1st. That should be sufficient time.
The clock is ticking for prosecutors in the University of Idaho quadruple murders case.
Let me slow this down a little bit, y'all. I was listening in on my get the information in speed. All right, I'm seeing the ones. Thank you, Miss Julie Dell.
As a judge implements a new deadline for the state to hand over DNA evidence to be used in the trial.
It seems like this is really just the beginning of the process.
In a last-minute hearing on Thursday, Judge John Judge gave accused murderer Brian Kohberger a win when he implemented a December 1st deadline. That means prosecutors have just under a month to turn over genetic genealogy and DNA evidence.
That's like the only win he's had. This is like the only win that he's had. Like everything else, dismissed, the grand jury indictment. Nope, not happening. Cameras are gonna be there in the courtroom. Like there's a lot of stuff that it just ain't going his way. So this is a small little victory for him. But like I said, this hearing basically cleared it all up for all the people who are like, "Oh my God, prosecution trying to do this," and they're trying. No, dude, it ain't even the prosecution's fault. They're waiting on the FBI. Like literally, like a lot of this is just being held up by that process. Has nothing to do with the prosecution.
To the
I know that burst a lot of people's bubbles in the conspiracy realm, but it is what it is.
defense. Brian Enton, a senior national correspondent with News Nation, was in the courtroom on Thursday. He tells Long Crime Network the entire hearing centered around genetic evidence the defense is hoping to get its hands on.
Basically, the reports have to go to the judge first to review. There's a lot of confidential information that could possibly be in these reports because they involve like family trees of people who are totally unconnected to the case. So the judge has to review the reports first. And then we'll decide what to give to the defense. But the judge hasn't even gotten the reports yet. It came out in court today. The prosecutor said that they're still waiting on reports from the FBI. It's turning into this really long process. And so the new deadline for the judge to get the report.
God, doesn't that sound so less intriguing than covers and conspiracies and prosecutions just playing dirty pool, right? Like I said, y'all, people be making a lot of crap up for clicks and views with this stuff, man. It's so stupid.
Is now December 1st.
Now remember, DNA evidence is a big part of the state's case. That's how they tied Kohberger to the murders in the first place. Investigators used DNA from a knife sheath left behind at the crime scene to track down Kohberger. They compared DNA from Kohberger's father, gathered from his trash all the way in Pennsylvania, to that found on the sheet in Idaho.
And then I've had some people ask me if I think that Kohberger's dad had anything to do with it. I think his dad probably assumed that his son did it. It sounds like most of the family aren't really coming out in his defense. And then there's no, vetted information on this, but I know JLR was saying that he was in correspondence with one of the aunts. And from what it sounds like, it's just nobody in that family is really coming out and defending Brian Koberger, which makes you really question some stuff, right? It sounds like the community online is defending Koberger more than his own family is. I mean, why people aren't stopping and questioning that it makes me scratch my head. But usually it's the family, defending you, not the online community. So, but anyways.
They quickly determined it was a match, and later investigators scored a near perfect match when a cheek swab from Koberger himself was collected this summer. But as for the evidence discussed in Thursday's hearing, it's still a question mark. Did they give
It sucks too, because defense isn't going after, they're not going after this data as if the data isn't correct. They're going after this data and the fact that the data was collected. So it's not an argument on whether or not there's a match, and the argument's on how the data was collected, which is another thing that I don't think people are stopping to like really contemplate and think about. You know what I mean? But let's keep going.
Any like specific examples of what this evidence could be?
No, they didn't get into specifics, but it's interesting because it's kind of like a new science. The judge today alluded in court to the fact that this hasn't been used in Idaho cases much before, maybe ever before.
It's new sciences, not necessarily new sciences, my guy. It's just the fact that Idaho hasn't went through this process. So it's not like we're dealing with some new high-end tech stuff here. Like the same stuff's happened in other trials, but this is just new for that area. I wish that reporters worded things properly, like, because if you word something wrong and the internet gets hold of it, it all of a sudden becomes this fact that people run around with, and it's not a fact.
So it's new to him. And it's interesting. I mean, if you remember, basically they, when they found the DNA on the knife sheath at the murder scene, they then used this investigative genetic genealogy to go back, like, 23andMe and these companies where you give your DNA, they can get access to those databases. And that's how they narrowed down the suspect pool to.
Can you guys imagine this? Imagine Brian Koberger's family members that put their DNA into that system, right? Imagine had they never done that. Had they never put their DNA into one of those ancestries, we would have never known who Koberger was. They would have found that match. They would have found that DNA, and they would have never found a match to that DNA because he wasn't in any system. He got unlucky, and one of his family members put their DNA in an ancestry registry, and that is literally the only way we found out who Brian Koberger is. Wrap your mind around that one too. I have family members that literally won't do the DNA registry because they're like, nah, I ain't trying to have them know that about us. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody did anything bad though, bro. Calm down. Dakota Parker said, I do believe his family has the Zoom info as well as the victims' families, and I have no idea if they use it though. I know, right? That's another thing too, because I made the argument like we need to have video cameras in the courtroom for the family's sake and for the community, so we have like oversight. We can see exactly what's going on. But then I was like, oh, well, I guess the families don't really need that. They got the Zoom, right? They got that whole access. So, but yeah. I haven't seen an overwhelming amount of support from his family for him. It sounds like his family is acting more like a family would that knew that their family member did this. That's the vibe I get from them. Because if they didn't believe if they didn't believe that he did it, you would think that they'd be out there like shouting to the rooftops that he's innocent. You think they would be putting like a big ass, like, I don't know, some type of battle in the media, you know what I mean? Like, but they're not. They're just not. They're quiet. They're quiet on it. Yeah, no, they are hush hush. They're acting like a family that is horrified and disgraced by a family member and what they have done. That's what they act like. They don't act like we have a family member who's being accused of something they didn't do. They act like a family would act when your family member just did something like it's the most horrific thing you could ever do in this world. That's how they act. But at least that's how I feel like they're acting. Man, you guys all got quiet in chat, man. Y'all, I don't know, man. No opinions on this, or are you just here to listen to me ramble on it? Either way, it's cool. Either way, it's cool. I'll just keep going.
Get to Brian Kohberger.
It's been nearly 1 year since the 4 University of Idaho students were found brutally murdered. On November 13th of 2022, Moscow officials received a 911 call reporting someone unconscious in a home near campus. First responders found the bodies of Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez stabbed to death. It wasn't until weeks later in late December when Kohberger was arrested.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murder of Ethan, Xana, Madison, and Kaylee.
Kohberger was taken into custody at his parents' home in Pennsylvania and then later extradited to Idaho. Since then, he's been held at the Latah County Jail in Moscow, less than 2 miles from the crime scene.
It's crazy too with this is just like with Richard Allen. When they got Richard Allen, when they got Kohberger, it was the same thing. It was like everybody was like so excited, so happy, so like, let's get this guy. And now months later, like we have massive portions of the internet that are literally simping for these two guys, like literally have sympathy parties for these guys. Literally Facebook and Instagram is dedicated to these two dudes not being guilty. Like it's, it blows my mind, y'all. It blows my damn mind. Because like in the 70s and 80s, nobody like, well, I guess some of them had, there's a couple weirdos that were like, oh, pro, being cool with the serial killer. But those are usually like just weirdos with low IQ. But I don't know, man. Watching these two dudes all of a sudden go from like, let's fry them to let's free them. What? It's baffling. It's baffling. Julie, I think everyone's eating. Sounds like it. Everybody's probably just chilling, eating. Miss Darcy, I had to go make food. Everyone was making me hungry. Yeah, that's probably what they're all doing because everybody's still in the chat room. It's just as many people watching, it seems, but y'all are probably eating. That's cool. Anyways, I don't need more people to say anything. I can sit here and ramble all day long. I'm pretty good at it, y'all. I'm pretty damn good at it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
That's where he appeared virtually to Thursday's court hearing.
I couldn't see him, but he appeared via Zoom with his lawyer. The camera on the Zoom was focused on his lawyer and Taylor. They were in the basement below the courtroom, which is where the jail is. There's a small jail here in Latah County.
Did they make any mention as to why it was via Zoom and not in person if they were so close?
They've done this before with Zoom when it's more of a scheduling hearing and not something really significant. They'll do the hearing on Zoom, just I think more as a convenience for all the parties.
Oh yeah, it's way more convenient. You don't have to get a criminal and transport this criminal who a lot of people in this world would love to get a hold of. You don't have to transport him here and there and worry about all the security with this. So yeah, it's probably a lot easier just to have him on Zoom.
Parties involved.
We're already in the process of making sure we've gathered everything from the private contract DNA company. So we'll have that ready to submit along with what we received from the FBI once we get it.
As part of the hearing, Enton says prosecutors noted they're working with both the FBI and a private lab to receive information.
It sounded like they were having an easier time getting the reports from the private lab, but the delay really seems to be with the FBI. The prosecutor said that before the FBI can send the report, they had to get permission from the DOJ. So it's just turning into like a really, really long process.
Does it sound like something prosecutors are confident can happen in less than a month, have all of these reports ready to go?
No, they did not sound that confident to me in court today. It sounds like they're, sort of at the mercy of the FBI. The prosecutor.
This is Julie Doe. Yes, you're amazing at rambling, son. Y'all have no clue. Y'all have no clue. It gets bad. It gets bad. I could literally do this for a while. I could sit here and just react and ramble to all this stuff. Little Saturdays are for cleaner, remember? I know. And I just mess with y'all. I'm just making sure y'all are still alive out there, Just checking on y'all. Checking on y'all.
Peter said that he was going to call the FBI again today and try to push them along, but they say that they're waiting on the FBI to send them the reports so that they can then send the reports to the judge.
When that information does finally come down, the judge will have to review it, and it's possible he could deem some of the information inadmissible.
In the order addressing IgG DNA. I also understand that the state and the defense have different lists.
Lori P, good to see you. Thank you for being here, Miss Lori P. Man, I know, right? Most people are eating or watching football or something right now. So, I mean, feel blessed to even have anybody in the room, to be honest with y'all. It's that season. It's that season.
So I will look at it and I'll muddle through it as best I can.
He's going to have a lot to go through, the judge, to figure out if there is any confidential information that's basically irrelevant and that the defense doesn't need to see. I think it's possible that some of this stuff could be redacted. But again, this is all new for the judge. I mean, he said that today. It's complicated, this IgG, investigative genetic genealogy. He may even need like an expert to possibly help him understand it all. They may even need to have another hearing where he's able to ask questions. So it seems like this is really just the beginning of the process.
And we've also talked about the prosecution a lot here, talking about the information that they're hoping to gain from the FBI. But did the defense speak up at all about anything?
Dakota Parker, Lowell, my son just informed me that our high school football team got eliminated from the playoff last night. That sucks. That sucks. Man.
Yeah, the defense is frustrated. I mean, it came through today in court. They've been waiting on these reports.
The defense, man, that poor defense. I feel so bad for their defense team. Poor Brian and his defense.
They feel like it's about time they got them and were able to go through them. And it's becoming clear that this IgG, this investigative genetic genealogy, this DNA, is something that's important to the defense. That's going to be probably a pivotal part of the defense that they put on at trial.
I'm hoping that the court will do is just create a list or a log of what the court receives, not the detail of the content, but things like the raw data SNP profile from Offram, the communications between Offram and the FBI, not the content, just that you have those. The statistical analysis that happened within the profiles when making decisions, when the genealogists make decisions about the family tree, that you have the statistical analysis, that you have the bioinformatics for the microarray, that you have access to those things. That's it.
Meanwhile, just this week, FBI agents headed back to the scene of the crime to collect more information for the coming trial.
Yeah, we were out there. We saw the FBI going into the house. Kind of came as a surprise.
Wasn't a surprise to me.
Because we were under the assumption that they didn't need the house anymore. The prosecution had signed off on the house being demolished.
The thing I'm most excited about with what they did out there, the FBI did out there, isn't just like the three-dimensional, like all that cool stuff. That's all great, right? You'll be able to digitally walk through it and all that. And that's great. What I'm excited about is the audio testing they did. So for months now, we've had a lot of the people that are, speculate on other wild things saying, there's no way you couldn't do this, or there's no way you couldn't do that, or hear this or that. And I feel like what the FBI did doing those acoustic tests is going to really answer those questions, whether or not a person would be able to hear certain things from one point in that house. And that's going to be huge, guys. I'm excited about the whole level of, the tech they use in the way it'll look visually, but the audio testing is what I'm excited about. Super excited about. Happy to be here. That's what's up, Lori P. That's what's up. Let me see what else y'all are saying. Dakota, it's okay. We're just happy they made it this far in general. Most years they didn't even get close. Well, that's tight. At least had a good season then. It's always, even if they didn't win, definitely cool they had a better season. Yeah, then that's a win for sure. All right. Let's continue to listen to what Mr. N's got to say over here.
The families of the victims fought that and kind of came as a surprise when the FBI showed back up at the house. They were going in and out for 2 days. They did 3D imaging of the house. So they had specialized equipment that they went through each room to basically model. They had a drone up over the house. They took all the boards off of the house, and they were really busy for 2 days out there.
Agents spent October 31st and November 1st at the King Road home, collecting images and measurements for a 3D model to be used at trial. Former FBI agent Colin Schmidt told Law and Crime Network the information will be invaluable to prosecutors.
This was such a horrific crime. The prosecutors there, they want to get it right, and you only get one chance in front of a jury to get it right. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
Dude, with what they went and did, right, they're gonna literally Okay, so what they'll be able to do is obviously you have like this 3D amazingly accurate 3D like digital version of the home, right? But they'll be able to like literally digitally walk through the whole scenario that they have, right? Like their whole scenario that they have that they're gonna say happened, they're gonna be able to like have us digitally walk through it, or not us, but the jury digitally walk through that whole sequence of events. It's gonna be insane, guys. I really would love to be able to see what they present to the jury, all that evidence. Praying we get to see it. I really am. All right, let's keep going.
So they have this opportunity to put this evidence in front of the jury that is going to be absolute precise depiction of what happened, so the jury understands how horrific this was and how.
And I'm sure you guys all know the pictures they're showing right now are just like examples of what type of stuff they're going to be close to the type of stuff we're going to be seeing, or hopefully seeing.
How he did what he did, because there is quite a few questions about, well, how could he go in and do these things, and the survivors didn't hear him or didn't understand or didn't step up and stop him from doing this. Well, this 3D model is going to show the jury, well, this is how he did it. This is how he was able to get away with doing these horrific things without anybody hearing him as he was basically executing his victims.
Bam, right there, guys. It is. That's why I was so excited about this, and that's why I keep telling a lot of people, like, before this FBI thing popped off, I think you guys heard me say it on that Saturday debate I did, when we had that little impromptu Idaho-Florida debate. And I kept saying, like, y'all, when this trial starts, like, there's going to be stuff that ain't been seen before. Like, there's going to be things in this trial that are going to blow your mind. This was part of it, dude. This was part of it. And I knew that there's a lot of people's arguments are based around, like, the audio. You couldn't hear this, or you should be able to see this, and this right here, this tech they use in the rundown that the jury's going to get, it's going to explain a lot of that stuff. And I'm excited for it. Super excited for it.
And it's still possible future jurors could visit the scene of the crime.
And I anticipate that's going to happen. And there's going to be an argument by the defense not to see this 3D modeling before they walk through, because then the defense is going to say they're being biased by what the FBI's depiction of the crime scene. So I'm sure the jurors are going to want to see what happened there. They're going to walk through. They're only going to see basically completely empty rooms. I mean, the carpet's going to be ripped up.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is like, I was going to say that when we were talking about this tech, when I covered this whole situation with the FBI being back, I think Bees had said it's not going to be the same as walking through the house. And I was like, I totally didn't think about the aspect that even if the house is still standing, it wouldn't be like walking through the house the way it was that night that happened, because all the evidence, everything has been stripped from that house and it's in a lab and it's been tested. And so the best case scenario, if the house is still standing, is they get to walk through it, but it's not going to be like it was during that night. But what the FBI went in and the scans they did in the 3D model we're going to get is going to be like it was. It's short, close to what it was. Yeah, super excited for it all. Yeah. Anyways, what else was I going to say? I had another point I was going to make. What was that point? I was going to make another point. And I'll remember later, I'm sure.
Because the FBI is going to pull out of that carpet, take it back to the lab, and go through it in a microscopic manner. So they're not, in my opinion, they're not going to get a lot of context from these empty rooms. I think the 3D modeling is going to give them a lot more context. But I anticipate that even though there's going to be argument why you're not going to get anything out, I think the jurors still want to go just to see, just in their own mind, hey, what really happened?
But it still remains to be seen when that would happen. And talking about the trial being delayed, I mean, indefinitely, was there any mention at all today in court about when a date could be set?
No, they didn't talk at all about a trial date. And my sense was, I mean, with this whole genetic genealogy and the delay in getting the reports, and now the DOJ being involved, I mean, this just shows how big of a delay it could be until they finally.
A lot of people are saying, like, we ain't going to see this trial till 2025. I get why they say that. I do. I understand why they say that. I mean, because everything that's happened so far to this point, and a lot of things that are happening with the trial as far as like, evidence and just dealing with the processes, right? Like, we're waiting on the FBI now. So I get why people are saying that. And I've seen other trials, right, where it drags out and takes that long. But I don't think we're going to see it take till 2025. I think we'll see this trial next year. Man, I really hope so. I really do hope so, because I don't know if I could stand a whole nother year of crazy ass conspiracy theories and speculations, and I just don't know if I could do a whole nother year of Idaho 4 crazy conspiracy theories and speculations and rabbit holes. I don't know if I got it in me. I don't know if I got it in me. I'll deal with it, but I'm just saying I don't really want to. Yeah, man.
Get to a trial because there's so many little steps that still have to happen in between.
Meanwhile, the first anniversary of the gruesome murders is just around the corner. We're approaching the 1-year mark here. On the ground in Moscow, what is the feeling? Are people realizing that this is really a year anniversary coming up?
Yeah, I think people are still sort of processing everything. For a lot of people, they say it almost feels like longer than a year because so much has happened over the last year with all of the court proceedings, and there's just so much emotion involved. So I think most of the people that we've spoken to here in Moscow sort of want the trial to happen sooner than later. They want to be able to put this nightmare behind them. I mean, this is just a really quaint small college town. Nothing like this has ever happened here. There's barely even any crime at all. So I think they're anxious for the trial. They're upset that it was delayed, and they just want to be able to put this behind them.
Oh shit, they had it with the Illuminati. He had his hand signal. My lord, dude, I do that same thing with my hands. And I'm not Illuminati or a Freemason or any of that crap. Let's see. C3, undecided. This game I'm playing is fun. Oh, man. What's up, bro? Okay. I'm going to be wrapping up shortly. So I'll be in there. Maybe go to sushi? Tonight then instead of tomorrow? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, well, looks like I got my afternoon planned, y'all. Little sushi dinner with my daughter. Imagine that, right? Surprise, surprise. We're going to sushi again. At least my kids have good taste. That's all I can say. At least my kids all have good taste. They all like to eat good places. So, yeah. And then C3 said, undecided. This game I'm playing is fun. Are you literally playing a game, or are you joking around about this case? Because what game are you playing? Is it really that fun? Oh man, you guys are all quiet today. You guys all must be cooking and cleaning for sure. Zircon says, I love sushi. Dude, I love me some sushi. And where we go is like we go so often that like they know us. Like we go in and I mean they already know what drinks, what appetizers. Like we don't even have to order at this point anymore. We just roll in and our waiter, he always hooks it up. He always has us on point. So especially when you have a place that you like eating, when they treat you like that, when you walk in and they're just like, sit wherever you want, and like you sit down and they're bringing you your drinks, they already know what's up. They already got your, miso soup and your garlic edamame on order for you. Like you can't beat it. Dumpling says, I'm eating low. I figured y'all was that. Not all of you, but a lot of you are back east. So, but it's around like 6 or later there. So yeah, you guys are probably eating dinner. C3 says, playing a real game, Destiny 2 on Xbox. Case like briefcase. Okay, I got you. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the Idaho 4 case, or I don't know. Some people be playing around with other people with that, trolling people. Zircon says Arizona doesn't have fresh fish. That is true. It'd be hard to keep fish fresh there too, with how damn hot it is there. Miss Dumpling says it's 6 p.m. here. So I think I'm starting to get the time zones where y'all at down a little bit better. I think I'm getting it down a little bit better. My brain's starting to do that calculation a little bit faster. Dakota says it is only 5 here. How is it? Is it windy out there today, Dakota? Is it windy in them out there? It's always windy, right? It's always windy in Wyoming. So let me see what else I got up in here that I was looking at. That case is for tomorrow morning. I got a new case for us all tomorrow morning, y'all. I don't want to give it away yet. I'll have it posted later tonight. But I got a case for early morning that we're gonna get into, a new one. It's crazy. It's a medical one, but it's pretty brutal. It's not like this Johns Hopkins stuff. It's pretty brutal. But I think you guys will like it. I think it'll be right up y'all's alley. Get a nice little early morning live in tomorrow morning, and then I'm not sure if I'll get 2 lives in or not before we have Turtle Island. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Turtle Island tomorrow, y'all. I'm more excited than I usually am. Let's just say that. Usually I'm excited, but I'm also super anxious and have anxiety building in my chest. But knowing tomorrow that I have at least one episode, I don't have to worry about, getting kicked off the island. Well, I guess there's always a chance that somebody's going to pull a card that says strip immunity. I guess that is a possibility. But as of right now, I have no anxiety for tomorrow's Turtle Island, and it feels kind of nice because I'm not playing with y'all. Every Thursday and every Sunday now is filled with anxiety. It's like, am I going to get kicked off the island tonight, or are people going to start calling and saying really mean things about me tonight? Or, it's like that. Anybody that's experienced it. Oh, dang. Art says, all right, my man, I'm heading out. Have allowed myself. All right, brother. Like I said, Art, I hope you understand what I was saying about, all that stuff with you guys and whatnot. I'm not saying I don't believe either, I just was want to give you guys a spot to have that debate. But anyways, brother, I hope you have a good live, man. Keep it rocking, bro. Keep it rocking. It's 4. Yep, it is definitely 4 here. Well, it's 4:03 now, but let's see. Gator Hater. I'm late. Good dogs. I tried on Facebook and Rumble, but you weren't there. Yeah, I didn't have time again, Gator Hater, to set up those platforms before I went live today. I got to get back on it. It's just I have to do a lot more setup when I go live on Rumble and Facebook when I'm doing the 3 streams. I have to do like URL and stream key setups and all that stuff. It's a little bit crazier. It's a stripper live. Okay. A striper live? Stripper live. Okay. Tomorrow is going to be brutal with football. Tomorrow's football is going to be interesting for sure. I think my Cowboys play the Eagles tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I could be mistaken, though. You guys know I'm more of an MMA guy than a football guy. Let's see. All right. You know the feeling? I know you know the feeling, Dumpling. Shit, you went to war last season. You literally were at war last season, and every one of the haters was coming for your neck. Okay, brother. Okay, sweet. I just want to make sure, Art, that or Mr. Frank, that there was that you weren't taking no disrespect from that at all. Like, you know how this YouTube stuff works. Gator Hater said, I understand, but had to support my dogs on YouTube. Hey, it's all good. I understand. That was my bad for not setting Rumble and Facebook up for y'all. Give you guys that other platform to watch while you was watching your sports. That was my bad. That's my bad. I'll fix that tomorrow, y'all. I'll make sure that tomorrow, if I go live, that I got all 3 platforms going. That way, you guys can watch your football games while watching me ramble. Lori P, yes, Eagles and Dallas. That's right. I was right. I knew somebody told me straight that that's what it was. So who's going against me tomorrow on the Cowboys game? Who's the Eagles fans? Was it you, Lori P? Was you the Eagles fan or you the Cowboys fan? I can't remember. I know I got some Cowboys fans in here and I got some Eagles fans. Miss Darcy said, no, Turtle Island. I don't give a crap about football. Yeah, like I said, I follow the football a little bit. My family's they're all football freaks, Cowboys fans. So, and I was born into it. It is what it is. But if there's a football game on, and then the UFC or one of the other organizations is having a fight, and I can watch one or the other, I'm watching the fights. It is what it is. I'll check the score on the Cowboys game as I'm watching the fights. Oh man, you're a Cowboys fan? Yep. I was born into it, Dakota. I was born into it. I was a 80s baby, so I got to, be born into the Cowboys, like the golden era of being a Cowboys fan. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. I mean, we had like Deion Sanders then, and Daryl Johnston, and Jay Novacek, and like, man, the old school Cowboys, back when the Cowboys were the shit, man. Now you know how it goes now. If you're a Cowboys fan, you know, we do okay, and then playoffs come, and we're just like, oh, we're not going to win we're not going to win. It is what it is. There's this, the Titans don't play tomorrow. Thank goodness. It's hard to be a fan of a team that, you know, habitually loses. It's rough. Lori P, that's right. That's what I was thinking, Lori. I thought you was an Eagles fan. I thought it was you that said you were the Eagles fan. And then I have another homegirl that's an Eagles fan that's going to harass me tomorrow as well. So I'm sure I'll get it on both YouTube and in real life. Yep. I'll catch the replay. It's all right. Yeah, Gator Hater, we just recapping a lot of stuff that happened this week, throughout the week, and just trying to get caught up today so that, you know, we're ready to go next week with all the new updates that'll end up hitting us, you know. Dakota says, lol, I get that. I was like 14 and chose the Saints. It's funny, Dakota, the Saints are actually my second team. Yeah, I like the Saints as well. I fell in love with New Orleans when I went there, and by default, the Saints ended up becoming my second team. So I like them. I love New Orleans, y'all. I love New Orleans. I love that place. If you haven't been to New Orleans, I'm not saying it's the safest place to go visit, but it's beautiful, y'all, and you can literally feel the history in there. It's like, so it's insane. Gator Hater, how a little bit doing today? Good night. Yes, Little Bit is doing great today. She's doing great. She's already spoiled the shit. And last night she did really good. She only woke my grandpa up once last night, and other than that, she was doing really good. Really, really good. Thank you guys for asking about her too. Yeah, it was pretty cool though. It's pretty cool to get to show her off to y'all. Yeah, like I said, I thought our first mascot on the channel was going to be a beta fish or something. I was going to get a little beta bowl and hook it up, but yeah, we got a little bit. She's already a handful, I swear. All right, cool. Dakota says, lol, they aren't the same without Drew. I like to say I'm a Drew fan, not a Saints fan, lol. I feel you on that too. I feel you because he was playing for them when I started liking him, so I feel you on that. I did like Drew. I like him a lot, and I do that quite a bit too. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll root for the Saints, but I'm also a player fan. So there's certain players that if I know they're playing, I'll root for them. If I'm watching a game and they're playing, I'll root for them. I don't know, man. There's a few of them that I like. I like Mahomes, but I don't like his little brother. That dude's an idiot. But I like Mahomes. He's cool. So I'll go for him if he's playing. There's a couple other players though for sure that I like. Dak's real name is Dakota. Well, I didn't know that. That makes sense now that you say that. I mean, that would make sense. I always wondered, like, damn, who names their kid Dak? But Dakota. Okay. Damn, thanks for schooling me on that, Dakota. I didn't know that. Interesting. Very interesting. So Dak's real name is Dakota. Dakota Prescott. Interesting. That makes a whole lot more sense. I was like, damn, man, his parents just get lazy on that name? Makes sense, though. I have to tell my dad that because obviously he's a hardcore Cowboys fan. I'll be like, do you know Dak's real name? Mess with him. Be like, what kind of fan are you? You don't even know his real name? Come on, man. Grandmammy Annie, good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in on this beautiful Saturday. And you smashed that like button too? Man, that's a veteran right there, guys. That is a veteran YouTuber supporter right there. Rolls in, smashes that like on the way in. Can't beat it. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on too. I'm thinking about doing these lives. I'm starting to think about doing these lives a little bit differently too. I like to have a main focus when we get on. Or like maybe like I did today, I had a couple different, updates we were going to do on a couple different people or cases. But there's so much going on that I feel like I'm not doing enough when I go live. I feel like there's more we could cover. And my problem is like I'll want to like dedicate a whole stream or a live to like one thing, and I got to get out of that state of mind. It's cool, we could still do that when I like get onto something new, or like we're really gonna deep dive something that makes sense. But I want to start covering more. You know what I mean? More, because we're up here usually for like 2, 3, 4 hours, and it's like we'll cover 1 or 2 things, and I just feel like I need to be doing more. But yeah, so I don't know. That's just a thought. That's just thinking out loud, y'all. Just me thinking out loud. But tomorrow morning, definitely, I already have the new case already queued up. I literally already have all the tabs open and ready to go on this new case for tomorrow morning. I'm excited about this one too. Criminal Med sent me this one. It's one of them cases. It's got all those intriguing points to it. Should be a good one. And I think it's going to be one of those ones that people are going to grab onto. I think, you know, you never know, but like I said, guys, I've been saying it for the last, 3 or 4 weeks that 2024, if you guys are having a hard time keeping up with true crime in 2023, hold on to your butts, man, because 2024 is going to be insane. We got all these trials that are trying to get ready to go to trial that are probably going to go to trial in 2024, right? And we are on the daily, we're seeing new cases develop, right? New crazy things happening, new cases developing. And we still got, you know, essentially 2 months-ish or a little bit less than 2 months left of this year. And I know with the holiday season, even crazier stuff pops off. And we're going to see a lot of craziness towards the end of this year. And we're going to roll into 2024. And it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard to keep up with everything. I just have a feeling. It seems like the world is accelerating. The madness in the world is accelerating. So 2024 is going to be insane, y'all. It's going to be lit for true crime. If somebody's covering the same thing every day in true crime next year, dude, I don't know what they're doing, because there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot to cover every day. I mean, if realistically, right now, you could cover something different every day if you wanted to. It might not bring you the same amount of views as covering the same, you know, tasty case every day like some people do. But yeah, 2024, it is, guys. It's going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. Dakota said, anyone know what happened with the Ohio dad? I just realized I haven't checked on that in a minute. I haven't checked on it in a minute. I honestly, I couldn't even tell you, Dakota. I don't know if it's like we're still waiting on the next hearing or what with him. Honestly, what I would love to hear is that somehow he accidentally was, you know, they need to let him Epstein himself, is what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying, y'all. That's where I'm at with that dude. You could just, you know, somebody just leave him in the cell with some really big, you know, scary looking dude he's not supposed to be in the cell with. And yeah, I'd be cool with that. I'd be good with that, y'all. I would be good with that. Hindsight says, hold on your butts. I have that shirt. Morbid. It's going to be like that, though. I swear it's going to be like that, y'all. Okay, what else you guys saying? Trial in 2024. Yeah, there should be quite a few of them happening. What we're looking at, if everything happens the way it should happen, 2024, we should see Melly, we should see Delphi, we should see Idaho 4, we should see Dorman, we should see what else is there? There's a lot, man. Let's see, when does Leilani Simon when's her trial? Like, I haven't heard on that one. I mean, Miss Ann might know if she's in here listening, but you know, like, there's a lot, y'all. There's a lot. And that's like stuff that's known. We still got things popping off this year. Miss Fred, good to see you. Thank you for being here, Miss Fred. Hopefully you're having an amazing Saturday. Pike County should be in 2024 as well. Refresh me, Pike County. Why am I not? Well, it's not clicking for me right now, Dakota. What is Pike County? I can't think of it right now. And you guys got to give me a pass when I can't pull a trial or a case up in my head, because like I said, if y'all look at my library, we're sitting at 599 videos. I have covered so damn much since January. Since January, y'all. Since January, I think all but 20 of those videos should be true crime. The other 20 are my old fishing and dip review videos. So like since January, I have put out an insane amount of content. I've covered more and forgot more than most people have covered this year, I think. Yeah, it's been nuts. And then that's January 2023, dude. Like by the end of 2024, I'm gonna have like, jeez, man, I'm gonna be sitting at like 1,500 to 2,000 videos by the end of 2024 at this pace. I think, but you know what too is like I've slowed down on amount of videos I put out, right? Because I don't do the pre-records anymore, the little 5-10 minute videos. Now it's like I'm streaming like once or twice a day, and it's like I'm streaming for like 4 to 8 hours a day now. It's pretty nuts. But definitely covering a lot of stuff. Criminal Med said Dorman trial 2024. Yep. If everything goes right, hopefully we see his ass get roasted. Let's see. We will find Summer or start getting justice in 2024. We have to. Guys, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Lori P, because I think that's going to be the first members only live that we do. I think I want to do our first members live for Summer, because I haven't covered her as much as some people have, and mainly just to keep myself out of drama, because if you cover her case, other people that only cover her case, if you don't do it in the right way, they want to come talk shit to you. So I'm thinking like that might be our first members only. We might do a members only. We'll do a Summer Wells live stream. I think that's what we're going to do. Maybe I can get a couple people, key people that are following this properly to come speak on that members only live. But I think that'd be a cool one to do for her. The Wagners, 4 family members, unalive, 8 people, and another family. I'm gonna have to look that one up. It sounds familiar, Dakota. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't know. I might know that one, but I'll have to go look that one up. And if I haven't covered that one, I'm gonna have to cover that one. Sounds intriguing. Miss Fred, not feeling the greatest, taking lots of Miss Fred, I will have you in my prayers, Miss Fred. I hope you start feeling better, ma'am. I don't like when my people ain't doing well. Over custody of a shared daughter. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that one, Dakota. Let me look at that again. The Wagners. Let me write that down. I don't think I've covered that one. I'd remember it if I would remember it if I covered it. I don't even remember talking about it in anybody else's channel. Let's see. It was so awful. 2 pled guilty. 1 was found guilty at the beginning of this year. The last one is still awaiting trial. I'm gonna have to look into that one. I'm not 100%. I'm not familiar with that one. The Wagners were the unalivers. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that one. Sounds. I don't know why I haven't. Why I don't know about that one. Sounds like a case I should know about. But like I said, there's a lot. There's a whole lot. And that's the thing too, is I think if you don't follow content creators that do cover constantly new stuff, you don't realize how much stuff there is going on out there. So like maybe you got like, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 content creators you constantly, or that's your go-to people. If they don't cover like a lot of things, like you're missing out, man, because there's a lot out there in the true crime community being covered. Because there's some content creators that I follow that cover new things almost on a daily. So I don't know. But that being said, 2024 is going to be even worse. It's going to be even crazier. Just wrap your mind around that. Let's see what they got on the news here. You can check some updates. See, Dakota, I'm sure you've seen it. The crime itself happened in 2016. I believe but the trials just started. That right there too, right? Have they had how long have they had people locked up for that, Dakota? Have people been in prison locked up for that for a while now, and they're just going to trial? Be interesting to know that, because, well, a lot of people be complaining about certain people being locked up and not having their trial yet. And I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of people be locked up for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years before they get to trial. Yeah. Man, there is not a whole lot going on today that I'm seeing in the news. I think we've pretty much covered most of the stuff that's going on with cases we more so closely follow. Let's see. Oh, yes, that is wild. I'm watching that too, Criminal Med, Charlie Adelson. Yes, that is nuts. He did. Man, prosecution did not do well questioning that man the other day. They did not do a very good job, in my opinion. Let's see. Miss Fred, I am the only one that thinks Brian and has a soothing voice. Like he needs to read audiobooks just so I could not. Look, he's got a good voice. I'll agree with you on that. He's got a chill voice. I just sometimes he says stuff that I don't necessarily always agree with, and it's not necessarily what he's saying; it's how he says it sometimes. Like, but other than that, I like him. He's cool. Jesse Weber's still Jesse and Vinny are my favorites though. Like those are my favorites, y'all. You can't beat Jesse or Vinny. Those are hands down, dude. If I could like have an interview or talk to anybody in this realm, it would be those two dudes. I would love to have a conversation with those two guys. Really like both those guys. And then I want to give Jesse some tips with his hair though, because like I think he's got better hair than me. His form is better. His hairline's better. But I've seen him it look a little flat a few times, and I'm like, bro, you get some cocoa butter. I'm telling you right now, cocoa butter for the win. If you're a dude with like some hair like that, you gotta get that cocoa butter. I'm telling you, it's my secret. Let's see, Dakota Parker. Yes and no. They spent a few years trying to figure out who did it, and then working on plea deals. 2 pled guilty to drop the death penalty. Hate that, man. Yep. Interesting. So, man, I'm not sure exactly who's been in jail this whole time or who's been locked up, but it happened in 2016 and we're sitting in 2023. That sounds like possibly sitting in there a whole lot longer than some other people are complaining for, if you know what I'm saying. But, yeah. Yeah, guys. I don't know, man. I do not know. Let me see what this poll says, though. Let me see what y'all are saying on the poll. So the poll, do you believe Brian Kohberger is guilty? And you guys know I'm just like, I have to troll you guys with these questions. I know that, most people hate being asked this at this point, but I got you. So anyways, we got 20 of you guys voted. Do you believe Kohberger is guilty? We got 60% yes, 15% no, and 25% undecided. Interesting. Very interesting. Dakota says, I don't think that deal should have been an option. I agree with you. The only deal I believe that they should get, when we know for a fact that they did this crime, these unspeakable, horrific crimes, the only out I believe they should get is, do you want to sit in this solitary confinement, small ass cell for the rest of your eternity, or do you want the out? And the out is, a little piece of lead. That's the out I believe they should get. But, that's just my opinion. Criminal Man says, I saw Brian chasing LV and Chad and Kawhi. He's really nice. No joke. That's freaking awesome. Should have figured one of y'all seen the dude or met the dude. Y'all, everybody in chat's seen somebody or met somebody I want to meet, it seems like, or know somebody cool in a realm I want to know people in. Oh, guys, man, I really don't want to get off the live, but I guess I really don't have nothing else pulled up to talk about. I mean, I could just sit here and ramble to myself and let y'all listen, but then you guys might really figure out how crazy I am, and I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm just playing. Starcy, the only deal should be, yeah, you want chair or meds. I like that too, Miss Darcy. That'll work. That'll work. You know, I'm old school with the lead, but you know, I guess we could do the chair and the meds too. I guess that works. Dakota says, once you get into it and see what they did, the fact that a brand new baby, not unalive, was involved, you'll probably agree, lol. I probably will. Probably agree with that. I'll take that out, Grandma.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you.
All right. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Dakar. You're probably right. I mean, before I even get into it, I could already tell, like, it would just what little bit you told me right now, I'm going to be probably all for the, you know, the cheaper way out. Yeah, right there. Miss Tarzi said it right. Lead is cheaper and easier to get than meth. That is 100% true right there. Oh, man. And I know a few guys that'll sign up to administer that lead free of charge. I'm one of them. Yeah. Where's Roger? Roger would agree with me. Roger would sign up for that too. Free of charge. Right? She ain't wrong at all, for sure, Dakota. She ain't wrong at all. Man, I love the fact that I got a lot of like old school people with me in this chat. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be making these comments other places and be like, how dare you? How dare you? What, how dare me not want some worthless individual who takes lives or touches kids and not breathe anymore and waste our oxygen? Like, what? I guess I'm crazy. Yep. All right, guys. So check it out, y'all. I got a great live in the morning. I got a live already planned for y'all. Like I said, Criminal Med sent me a new case. We are going to deep dive that case as best as we can. Should be a good one. Yeah, another new one. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it fresh. Let's get something fresh in here. I might add to that too. We'll see. I might add to it. But I think there'll be enough content for a good live on that one tomorrow morning. And I want to try to get that done early. That way, like I could get you all before the football games start, and then maybe I'll get another live in like towards the end of football games before Turtle Island starts tomorrow. But definitely, I have a good one planned for the morning. And like I said, Criminal Med, thank you for that one too. That's that one that you just sent me recently. I'm gonna deep dive that one, or at least deep dive it as best as we can with what we know so far on it. It'll be a case to watch for sure. It's definitely be a case to watch. Let me check chat one more time. I live in the wrong country. Yeah, because you don't sound like you live north of the border, Miss Darcy. You sound like one of us down here, or at least some of us old schoolers down here. I like it. I like it a lot. Because I just don't get those that get all mad about it. I know it doesn't make sense. I feel like the people that get mad about it are people that are controlled by their emotions. They're not very emotionally mature. They can't look at things rationally and theoretically and critically, so they can't separate their emotions from facts and critical thinking. So those are the ones that tend to get up in their feels. Those are the same ones that are easy to manipulate, emotionally manipulate into believing narratives and going with things, you know what I mean? Because they can't control their emotions enough to logically think about stuff. So that's where I'm with those type of people anyways. Dakota says concealed carry permits are not required here. I know, Dakota. I know. It's one of the things that that I like about Wyoming. That definitely I like. Look, I was convinced that Wyoming, when I was a younger kid, it was like Wyoming, Montana, or Alaska where I was going to end up because I grew up like outdoors, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. The idea of living in Wyoming when I was a kid, I was like so sold on it that my dog, my first like real main dog, like that was my Australian Shepherd, his name was Cheyenne. his name was Cheyenne. Yes. And he was a badass. This dog was a badass, man. I literally, we were coming home one night, pull onto the street. We live next to orange orchards, and like you couldn't keep this dog in the yard, right, to save your life. Hot wires didn't matter. This dog would get out. We're coming back to Porterville from Bakersfield one night, and this dude is in a fight with 4 coyotes. I shit you not. And he was doing work. They still messed him up pretty good, but he did work, man. This dog was a tough mother lover right there. I mean, they put a 6-inch gash in him. Like, it was so deep. And, we Okie type, man. We take care of our own animals, so we doctor him up and stuff. But, man, he bounced back quick as hell. For a dog with that name, like, he was hella tough. Almost like, it took me back to, like, that old school Johnny Cash song, right? Boy Named Sue, right? You name a kid something, rough like that, you can grow up tough because he's going to have to. It's almost what it felt like with my dog. Named him Cheyenne. Didn't realize, like, more girls use that name than dudes. I was young. But anyways, I digress. See, I'm rambling again, y'all. So it's what happens with me. Miss Darcy, another 2 years and I'll be half and half minus a day, lol. Moving to Myrtle Beach for 6 months minus a day and back here for 6 months. Oh, you doing that snowbird, huh? You doing that migration? Kick it up there when it's warm, come back down south when it gets cold up north. I like it. You're talking Myrtle Beach, Florida, or you're talking Myrtle Beach, California? Like which Myrtle Beach? Interesting. You come out to Cali. If you're out here in Cali, shit, that's where I am. Dakota, I totally thought you were going to say you were convinced Wyoming didn't exist. No, I knew it existed. Shit. That's the thing. I've always been like, I've always studied my whole life. So I was always like that kid that always knew like what state had what animals and all that stuff. So I always knew. Oh, Myrtle Beach, Carolina. Okay. Shit. I was completely wrong. I was way off. Shit. I think that both those places I stayed at have a Myrtle Beach. I could be wrong. But Carolina. Okay. South Carolina. Nice. Trying to be all down in that low country or what? You trying to get close to that Murdoch situation? I really try to get the folks not to name their twins Orange Jello and Lemon Jello. What the hell? Did they really? People really name their kids that? That's insane. My mom gets fancy with some names, though. She can get fancy with some names. First 2 boys, biblical. Straight up biblical. Thomas, Chris. Then all of a sudden, mom got fancy. She got creative with names after me and my little brother Chris. I won't out their names, but I think I already outed my little brother. Actually, my mom outed my little brother Sebastian, right? Sebastian. Now, when you hear a lady named her child Sebastian, you might think, oh, she must be into art, right? She must be like into classical things. You know what I mean? Nope. No. You got it twisted. We're talking about the 80s singer, Sebastian. So, yeah. And my little sister's name's pretty interesting, too. I like her name, though. Her name's dope, but it's definitely different. Miss Sassy said, finally done cooking and I'm not hungry. Back is hurting pretty bad. I'm sorry, Miss Sassy. I've done that a few times myself. Be like hungry, go to cook, and by the time you get done cooking, you're like, damn, I'm hot and tired. I don't even want to eat now. They really named their kids that. Holy shit. That is nuts. Yes, Miss Darcy, rock and roll. But I mean, dude, out of all the 80s, rockers and stuff, I mean, he did get a cooler name because that dude's actually talented. So he's really talented, Broadway and stuff. So at least she named him after a good one, right? Not one of those weirdo ones that, go on to do weird stuff that we hear about after they do the behind the music and stuff like that. All right. Yeah. My daughter's telling me she's hungry, y'all. She give me them eyes. She stepped out here and gave me the look like, you still on there? I'm trying to go eat some sushi, Dad. Like, what are you doing? We have a placenta. What? Yo, you're lying to me. Somebody didn't name their kid placenta. Are you lying to me? That's insane. Placenta? Yo, I heard a girl. I shit you not. I heard a young girl, right? When I was in high school, right? This was when I was in high school. And she was talking about her and her sister, right? And her sister's about to have a new baby girl. Yo, listen to this, ladies. I shit you not. Y'all ladies about to laugh your ass off on this one. It's dirty, y'all. It's funny but dirty at the same time. This girl said her older sister was about to name her new baby daughter Candida. For real. Y'all ladies know what's up. I don't have to explain that, right? I don't have to explain that one, right? Do I have to explain that one to y'all, especially medical ladies? Literally, I'm not joking. This girl said her older sister was about to name her new baby girl Candida. Even in high school, I knew better. Even in high school, I was like, that don't sound right. I looked it up. It ain't right. Right? Crazy, guys. Absolutely. I'm not joking. I swear to y'all. Swear to y'all. Let's see. I was waiting for the responses, y'all. Right. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know what it means, right? I know y'all know what it means. Y'all have to know what it means. I mean, especially my medical people. Let's see. Tell 3. Dave this. He thinks I have a weird boy name. What? You don't have a weird boy name? I like your name. Actually, whenever you like, I didn't know that was your actual name, Dumpling, until like you said that. I was like, damn, that's cool. I like that name. And that name is like one that either person, either male or female, could have that name for sure. I've actually seen both people have that name. I like it. People are nuts. Yes. Let's see. Julie Doug. Ew. Yeah. So it looks like some of y'all know what that means, right? Okay. Did she though? I don't know. I can't even tell you that. I'm not sure if she did or not. She was told what it meant. I don't know if she went and told her sister, but I couldn't give you if she did or not, but I just remember that when we, yeah, it was nuts. So when Criminal Med brought up those weird names, I was like, yo, I've had a weird name experience, and I got to hear Nancy Sinatra. What about Nancy Sinatra? Oh, these boots. Okay, these boots are made for walk-ins. Okay, got you. No, I get it now. I get what you guys are talking about now. Take me a minute every once in a while. That is a good song though. That is a dang good song. She needed a good slap if she did. All right. Obviously, some of y'all know what Candida is, right? I don't know if everybody knows what Candida is, but it's something you don't want as a lady per se, especially being a lady. You definitely don't want to be dealing with that. Yeah, no good. Oh man, y'all are you're outside of Duplin's range. She's too young for some of this stuff. But yeah, so if you are a lady though in this chat and you don't know what Candida is, please look it up after we get off this live. Please, for your health and safety's sake, and if you have daughters, them as well, definitely look it up. Don't ever name a kid that or your animal that. It's not a good name. If you don't know what the term means, it could sound okay. Like, oh, it sounds different. You don't want that one though. You definitely don't want that one. Yeah, Good thing that name didn't spread like an infection, eh? I can't. That was bad. That was a bad joke. I know. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. I know. I could have did way better on that one. That was bad. Miss Darcy. Oh my goodness. That was so funny. I bet she got pregnant by a fun guy. Oh, I love intelligent jokes, y'all. I love intelligent jokes. I love that even more. That is so good. That was some good stuff right there, Miss Darcy. Good stuff. Oh man, too much. And watch the initials too. Oh shit, y'all the best, man. I love it. I love it. Yeah, guys, this is literally why I have to go live once or twice a day, because y'all, I gotta be with y'all. I gotta get the laughs in, man. It's just not the same. My days aren't the same without you guys. I'm gonna be 100. Okay, so yeah, for anybody that doesn't know what Candida is, it is a yeah, I'm gonna make y'all look it up. Forget that. I ain't even, because I don't want YouTube getting mad at me for talking about medical stuff like I'm some type of professional up here. Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, how do I top that joke right there? How do I top that one? Dumpling said, "What is it? I am not Googling. I'm scared." Oh shit, Dumpling, you need to Google it. Every woman's supposed to know what this is. They should know what this is, right, ladies? My older ladies, right? My older ladies, especially my medical ladies that are nurses and whatnot. Y'all, right? That's important. You should know what that is. Look it up, Dumpling. I promise it won't scar you, but you'll definitely be glad you looked it up. You should know. Definitely should know about it. What are we looking up again? Short-term memory. Candida. Now, once you look it up, you'll understand why it's sad, sick, and hilarious that girl's sister was going to name her baby girl Candida, especially the fact that it's a baby girl. I don't want to give a full-on explanation on here, Dumpling. That's why I'm saying Google it, because it's most people don't want to hear me explain it. They'd rather probably read it. You need amoxicillin for it. Hint. That's a good hint. Okay, Julie Doak just broke it down for y'all. Julie Doak just broke it down. I leave it to Mom. She usually, Mom's pretty cut dry about things. She's kind of brutally honest about stuff. So. Now do you understand why I was laughing so hard? Yo, this lady's sister, this girl's sister that I was in high school with, she was legit gonna name her baby girl Candida. I shit you not, guys. Oh shit, hindsight's, oh my god, okay, little baking bread. If you got Candida, you baking more than bread, yo. I'm just saying. Oh shit, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's bad. Oh, Pat Gates sounds like a song by Tony Orlando and Dawn. Oh, fuck it, I'm dead, y'all. That's good hindsight. That's good. That's good. She had a bun in the oven. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, y'all are. Oh, I'm dead right now. Chris Marie, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh my god, what did I just walk into? You just walked into a joke unraveling. Criminal Med had brought up some crazy names that she had to convince somebody not to name kids, but they named them anyways. And then it made me remember of a time I was in high school and I had a homegirl that was telling me about her older sister was about to have a little girl. And she was telling us the name that her older sister was going to name the little girl. And the name was Candida. So that was a joke that some people knew what it meant. Some people didn't know what it meant. She needed the ingredients to bake the bun. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, this is too funny. Too funny. Oh, Jim B. There she is. What's up, Jim B? Miss you, Jim B. We was wondering where you're at. Oh, man. What just happened? I left for 7 minutes. You missed it, Dakota. Okay, so what happened, Dakota, is Criminal Med had said something about some names that people had named their children a little bit crazy that she's tried to like keep people from naming them. And it made me remember of a time when I was in high school and this girl I know was talking about her older sister about to have a baby girl, and she was telling everybody the name of the baby girl. And the name was, the older sister was the name of the baby girl, Candida. Some people know what that means, some people don't. So that's what we're laughing about, is people starting to figure out what it meant. And then the jokes afterwards. The jokes. Oh, my Lord. I was just itching to come. Yo, that was fire, Jimmy. That was fire. Oh, that is funny. Oh, my Lord. That shit was so funny. Yo. Like, what do you guys do over at TPP's channel? Oh, you know, we cover true crime, we do deep dives, and we debate, and you know, we panel a little bit, but we're not doing that. We like to make jokes about yeast infections. Yo, only on this channel, y'all. Only on this channel. Oh my Lord. But man, y'all are laughing, so you know that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, right? Same as Darcy. I gotta hold it together because I'm supposed to host this show, you know, so I can't like completely let myself die here, but I'm dying on the inside. Oh gosh, guys. This has been a fun Saturday, man. This has been a fun Saturday. Darcy, watch your sub spike up. Yeah. Hopefully my subs will be spiking up, not no infection, so that'll be good. Let's see. A girl can't even watch quietly from the bushes. She's got to join in. You know how it is. You can't stay in the bushes long over here. There, my boy. What's up? K-Mac. Good evening, everyone. I'm fashionably late as per usual. Hey, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Yeah, man. Shit, I'm rolling past. I'm not even supposed to be on still. I'm surprised my daughter ain't out here punching me like, you get it in the car, old man. We gotta go eat. We laugh when my sis got them. So oh Lord, y'all. Oh my Lord. Bypass JLR. You know, come on, man. It's like, you know, a lot of people do this true crime differently, you know, like some of us, you know, it's just different everywhere, right? But come on, what other channel are you going to get this type of jokes on? Wait, you just ain't going to get it anywhere else. He sure don't break out these. You know, come on, man. I got life experience. I like to share life with y'all. My life experience, I know I'm only 40, and some of you all got some years on me, life experience on me, but for my 40 years, I got some stories to tell, y'all. I got some stories to tell. Oh, man. You got to have some laughs. You have to. I agree, Miss Darcy. I agree. Like I said, guys, like, I started doing YouTube, right? Originally with the fishing and the dip reviews because I couldn't do stand-up, right? Because of, you know, the vid hitting and the whole comedy scene shifting. So I couldn't do stand-up like I was trying to do. I mean, I had so much material written and everything. so that's what brought me over to YouTube, making videos and stuff. And like, that's part of it, man. I like to just laugh. I like to be in a good mood and entertain. Like life's so crappy most of the time that you gotta have this stuff. You gotta, especially doing what we do here. Like, we're all true crime people, right? We all kind of desensitized to some extent on it, but we're still human, man. You still gotta have some laughs when we deal with this much trauma and traumatic stuff that we deal with on a daily. Let's see. K-Mac is a man. Quick, take a quick U-turn, Mac. K-Mac is a man, Miss Dumpling. That's actually my best friend. K-Mac's my best friend. It's my best dude friend right there. That dude had my back all the time. So he's well versed in craziness. He can handle it. Jimmy said, I'm burning for you. Y'all are too much. Okay, guys, you guys are killing me. I promise. Oh, wait up. I'll show her off one more time, y'all. And then my daughter said I gotta wrap it up, y'all. I'm gonna show her off one more time, and then we gotta wrap it up. Okay. Okay, let me switch the screen so you guys can see her. Let's see. Where is it at? Is that it? No, that's not it. There we go. That's it. All right, guys. There she is. There's Little Bit with her cute little collar and her little bow, her little face. And you close up, y'all. Look at that face, y'all. Look how damn cute that dog is, y'all. I know Dumpling over there like, can I pet that puppy dog? I know, Dumpling. I know you won't pet the puppy dog. But, Sissy, here. You want to take her? There, take her. I'll wrap up and we'll go eat, okay? All right, guys. Let me see what else you guys are saying real quick. Could you imagine, nothing against JLR, I like him, but could you imagine him breaking out this topic while drinking his coffee? No, I couldn't imagine him. I could not imagine him breaking that one out. Hey, Miss PCT. Hey, Miss PCT. Thank you for the immunity. I appreciate the immunity, and I also appreciate those kind words. The other night, you didn't have to give that to me or acknowledge me that way, so I appreciate that a lot. So cute. I know I'm cute. Hindsight, I know it was the dog. I know it was the dog. Let's see. I probably shouldn't update my profile pic to a picture of myself, but I might. Yeah. Hey, you want me to like do it up like my picture, bro? Send me a picture you want. I'll edit it for you if you want. I got some good edits, bro. Sure enough, I Google it. Candida is a song by Tony Orlando in 1970. Now y'all know what that means. Jim B says, JLR says, come on in, everyone. We're talking about yeast infections. Yes, we were all dying to love on her. I knew it. I knew as soon as Dumpling saw that puppy dog, she'd be like, you're all killing me. I knew it. I knew this would be one of the people that want to snatch her up through the screen. So I totally thought Piscine was kind of a fish. It's not. It's fish-like creatures, basically. It's two things as well. Check this out, guys. Not only is it like a fish-like creature, like anything pertaining to fish-like creatures or fish in general, and then piscine in French means like pool, like a basin, like a water basin in French. You boys smart, y'all. I'm just playing. I'm not really smart, but I did Google it. Yep. Tennessee sweetheart stopping in, saying hi, got funerals the next 2 days and hitting like button. Got here in time to catch a little bit. Thank you, Miss Tennessee sweetheart. And man, I'll be praying for you, man. Keep your spirits up in the next couple of days. That's a tough ass run right there. Oh, life events that are hard. Those are it right there. All right. Okay, guys, it looks like I'm caught up in chat, and yeah, I thought I was gonna be up here for an hour, and it's almost 3 hours, and my daughter's starving. I told her I was gonna take her to sushi dinner, and you know how that goes. Once you promise a lady something, you got to fulfill that promise. It is what it is, and I ain't trying to get stabbed in my sleep by a little girl. You know what I mean? Little girls are crazy when they don't get their food, but I'm sure y'all know that. But yeah, guys, let me get some love real quick. So donations from members and subscribers for this month. We got Sassy7 and Miss Angela K. Thank you all so very much. I know what platform you're watching from. I know you know. I know all this stuff. So y'all ladies will definitely be on next month's donation wall. And let me just give a quick shout out for my people that have donated through supers and memberships and all that stuff this month already as well. We have BM, Turtle Madness, Motomom23, ZA, Lori P, Jeannie Ange, Angela K, and Pat Gates. Those are all people that have donated memberships and supers this month already. So, like I said, we're gonna have 2 different walls now. I'm gonna have donation walls, and then we're gonna have supers and membership walls. So, 2 different ones, a little bit more work for me, but like I said, I love to give the acknowledgement out to the people that make all this happen, and that's y'all. Like, I just show up and put my face in front of the camera and just show you guys clips of stuff and, you know, give my rambling explanation. So you guys make all this happen. Yeah, without you all, this don't happen. So I appreciate y'all so much. But that being said, let me go ahead and do the wrap up, y'all. So I'm not here for, like I said, 20 more minutes, and my daughter ain't out here trying to stab me. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, but you don't have to, but if you'd like to donate to the channel, the links are in the channel description and the video description. You got PayPal, CashApp, and Venmo. If you leave a donation, please leave your screen name so I can give you a shout out, put you on the donation wall, and then leave me a note. Let me know what platform you're watching me from, and let me know what you think about the channel. Let me know how I'm doing. You know, if I can make improvements and this and that. I always want feedback from you guys. I don't want to just sit up here and feel like I know everything. This community is for all of us, primarily you guys. So I got to know, you know what I mean? Let me know. If you would like to donate to the channel, but you don't want to do it with like cash, you're scared I'm going to go buy some beers or something or some bud because I live in California. That's valid. I get it. It makes sense. But if you want to help build the studio, but you don't want to do the money, I have a Amazon registry, and it's nothing for me, no Christmas, nothing like that. It's just straight up stuff for the studio that I want to get to improve the quality of the show. So the link for that, also channel description, video description. And if you do, awesome. If you don't, I understand completely. But either way, much love to everybody that does. Y'all are growing this channel and keeping it sustained. I appreciate you guys so much. If you want me to cover a case or you have some information that you need to get to me, or you just want to reach out, conversate with me, or you're another content creator and you want to collab with me, all of the links for all my socials, for X, for Instagram, for Facebook, they're down in the description, as well as my email. That's down in the video description and channel description as well. So those are all the ways that you get a hold of me. Those are all the ways that you could donate to make the channel bigger, better, and survive and thrive. And that being said, y'all, I appreciate everybody for being here, for all the support. You guys have no clue. You have, no clue. One day I'll figure out a way to like maybe get close to explaining to you guys what this all means to me. But until then, let's do it. Let's get out of here, y'all. Let's get out of here. It's your boy, the real Piscine Predator, aka TPP, baby. And until the next video or the next live stream, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.